That sound came from a special instrument that they called Etwol. And Princess Agnes was more proficient in playing that instrument than anyone in the kingdom. Her Etwol sound could manipulate the emotion of those who heard it. One day, a troubadour girl named Canary appeared. She also owned a wonderful Etwol, and she could also create the melodious sounds.
How beautiful that sound is!
Yes, I see that it's even more melodious than the Etwol sound of Princess Agnes.
Knowing that there was someone better than her, Agnes was really angry.
I have to compete with her to see who is the most talented Etwol player?
Then, a music competition happened. When Agnes was playing the Etwol, everyone happily enjoyed the sound. It's Canary's turn. Her melody not only made everyone passionate, but also attracted other animals to come and listen to her melody. When the princess played the second melody, everyone was so emotional they started to cry. The second melody of Canary even calms everyone's soul. More than that, the plants around started to bloom and produce beautiful flowers. And the result was clear. Canary's melodious sound not only made people become passionate, but also attracted other creatures. This made the princess really angry. In her anger, she suddenly discovered a secret room.
This is my mom's room from before. Is there any way that she hid something here?
Stepping inside, she discovered a wooden box which was covered in dust in the middle of the room. More surprisingly, inside that box, there was an Etwol which looked really new. Agnes tried playing a note. That sound was really clear, making her really excited.
Great! With this Etwol, I will be able to defeat her easily.
Then, Agnes decided to challenge Canary one more time. Just looking at the Etwol, Canary was really frightened.
Princess, please don't use that instrument. You're afraid that I will defeat you, right? No, it's not. If you want, I will succumb to you. Just don't touch that Etwol. You dare despise me? If you don't attend this competition, we'll punish you for disrespecting the royal family.
Then, the princess played a melody. At first, that made everyone really pleasant. But the sound gradually made people irritated. When Agnes stopped playing, everything around was totally destroyed.
What happened? That's the Etwol of the devil.
Many years ago, their grandmas were the best wizards of the kingdom. For chasing the devils away and bringing the peace for the people, together they created Etwol. The spiritual power of the Etwol was so great that the devil all wanted to own it. One day, a devil somehow snuck into the room where the Etwol had been placed and absorbed it. When they realized that, the Etwol was absorbed half. They had no choice but to divide the Etwol into two halves. A half of it was used to seal that devil. Then they split up. Canary's grandma watched the half of the magical Etwol. And Agnes's grandma was more powerful that time, so she watched the half of the devil Etwol.
Months ago, there was a prophecy that the devil would be able to escape. Then my grandma asked me to find the other half, which sealed the devil, to prevent it before it's too late.
Hearing that, Agnes immediately dropped the Etwol. But it was too late. The seal was broken, and the devil immediately escaped from the Etwol.
You all have sailed me for too long, and now all of you have to pay for it.
Then he started to use the animal sound to attack everyone. The sound was so sharp that it could cut everything outright after touching them. Canary also tried to resist, but the devil's power was too strong. She gradually lost her control.
Princess, quickly run away! If no one will be able to escape, go find my grandma. She will help you. But how about you? Be quick! I cannot hold it off for long! Why haven't you left yet? I won't go anywhere. This is my fault. I have to face it.
Then the two girls together played a stronger melody. After a while, their melody gradually overwhelmed the devil. It gradually separated the devil from the animal, then swallowed him.
Canary, we made it! I'm sorry for my arrogance, which caused all of these troubles. It's alright. Everything was also solved by your help. Thank you for not leaving me alone before. Anyway, I think that is also a good thing. Good thing? Yes, because the devil was defeated, and there is no devil Atwal anymore. Just keep this Atwal and use it to help others. I got it.
And then, across the kingdom, the sound of Atwal was played again, making the light here.
The angels possess magical feathers, the most important ingredient to create the dust of dreams. With just the dust of dreams, humans can attain anything they desire. Today, I must capture an angel and not make any mistakes. This time, Sarah won't escape my grasp.
Why is the angel Sarah being pursued? Why do humans need the dust of dreams? Stay tuned and subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to find out more. Today's story takes place in the Evergreen Kingdom. Contrary to its name, the ecosystem here has suffered severe pollution. Humans only focus on logging and hunting mythical creatures. Unable to bear the terrible living conditions, the people of Evergreen Kingdom retreat into beautiful dreams. Well, only those who can afford it can buy the dust of dreams. Our main character is the angel Sarah. Her kind is frequently hunted by humans. Humans covet Sarah's wings because they are the only thing that can help humans escape reality. The hunter is brimming with confidence. Today, he won't return empty-handed. But lucky for Angel Sarah, she avoids a dangerous lightning bolt by stumbling upon a hidden rock. When the hunter Jeopard arrives at the scene, he instinctively pauses. Before him lies the wasteland of an ancient relic, even with prey right in front of him. The Jeopard doesn't dare to trespass into this difficult-to-enter place. The wasteland of the ancient relic used to be a lush, fertile land where humans, angels, and mythical creatures lived peacefully. Under human devastation, the once peaceful land now consists of endless sand dunes, toxic waste rivers, and mutated forests.
Help! Someone, please help me!
Angel Sarah spots a one-horned unicorn trapped in a magical snare and unable to move. This snare is one of the souvenirs that humans left behind in the wasteland before departing. While observing, Sarah notices that this one-horned unicorn is special. His horn is broken. Only when she's sure there's no one around does Sarah approach to dispel the magical snare, freeing the injured unicorn. Sarah was about to leave immediately, but the unicorn didn't like that. Let me go!
No?
Please, let me go, or you will be harmed! Sarah always felt alone. Because she was constantly hunted, and anyone who befriended her suffered consequences.
I want to go with you.
Sarah is completely surprised. Angel Sarah has broken wings, and Sparkly, the one-horned unicorn, has a broken horn. In this wasteland, they are safer together. Plus, if Sparkly can find his horn, he can help heal Sarah's broken wings. Angel Sarah realizes that Sparkly, the one-horned unicorn, often has nightmares. She uses her magic to enter Sparkly's dreams. Here, she realizes that Sparkly is just like her. He is hunted by humans too. And he is also lonely. Understanding Sparkly's plight, Sarah embraces him and dispels his nightmares. For the first time in a long while, both Sarah and Sparkly have a peaceful sleep, but unfortunately...
Today's my lucky day!
The hunter Jeopard has caught up to the two of them. This time, he has brought a magical binding rope and quickly captures Sarah and Sparkly. Suddenly, there's a strange noise in the forest. Behind the trees, pairs of eyes are watching the hunter. Suddenly, some monsters appear. They overpower Jeopard, rescuing Sarah and Sparkly. When Sarah and Sparkly wake up, they find themselves on a strange island. The monsters are approaching, making Sarah and Sparkly fear for being harmed. It turns out these monsters are one-eyed octopus, peacock, and green snakes. These mythical creatures are descendants of the ancient relic's inhabitants. Initially, they were just octopuses, fish, or gentle snakes. But to adapt to the toxic environment, they had to evolve. These creatures teach Sarah and Sparkly how to survive in the wasteland. The octopuses can purify dirty water into clean water. The peacock can use their tails as air purifiers. The green snakes can turn venom into sweet nectar for nutrition. While Sarah and Sparkly are enjoying getting to know their new friends, the hunter Jeopard are facing hardships. He had run out of water.
If you can't catch the angel, don't bother coming back!
Will Jeopard the hunter survive this crisis? Sometimes, villains get lucky. Jeopard is rescued by a stranger. This person is Azor, a hunter specialized in the wasteland. Azor is the one who took Sparkly the one-horned unicorn's horn. Fate brings them together, and the two hunters decide to cooperate. The two hunters, Jeopard and Azor, quickly find Sarah, Sparkly, and the group of friends. They launch a surprise attack, leaving everyone defenseless. Sparkly saves Sarah, but is quickly recaptured. Sarah and her three animal friends are forced to flee.
Why did you take my horn? If you wanted a cure, you could have just asked me.
Azor hesitates and doesn't answer Sparkly's question. While Sarah and her three animal friends run away, they accidentally stumble upon an ancient relic. Inside the relic is a magical crystal flower. Sarah curiously touches the crystal flower, and suddenly the flower shatters into dust. In the astonishment of everyone, on Sarah's hand, 5 magical seals in the shape of flower petals appear. The relic unexpectedly collapses. Everyone panics, clinging to each other. Sarah unintentionally activates her new magical ability. She instantly teleports herself and the 3 animal friends to safety. It seems that the condition for instant teleportation is that Sarah must touch the target and have a specific destination in mind. Let's go back to rescue Sparkly. Her animal friends fully agree with Sarah. They extend their hands, touching Sarah's hand. Immediately, Sarah and her 3 animal friends teleport to where the two hunters are. This time, the group easily defeats the two hunters. Sarah has the power of instant teleportation and is no longer afraid of the Gepard's lightning. Her animal friends are skilled in the terrain. Quickly overpowering the two hunters and Azor and Gepard. The group rescues Sparkly and regains his horn. Sarah places the horn in Sparkly, and it heals as if it was never broken. The group is overjoyed for their victory, but the two hunters are not.
I'm sorry, we're not bad people. That's right, we're not bad. Then why were you chasing Sarah and me? We were just following orders. That's right, now the human city is completely polluted. We live in hardship and can't find jobs. So that's why we became hunters. We really didn't want to hunt you. But if we didn't, our masters would punish us. Alright, you two, stop talking. I don't believe you.
Come on, Sparkly. I don't need to be at odds with them. Can you heal my wings? Thanks to Sarah's gentle persuasion, Sparkly forgives the two hunters. He uses his unicorn magic to restore Sarah's broken wings. Actually, I have a secret. Suddenly, a huge burst of magical energy emanates from Sarah's wings, transforming the entire wasteland of the ancient relic. Trees grow lush and abundant, blooming with sweet fruit. The polluted rivers are cleansed and become clear and pure. Finally, a magical barrier is erected. From now on, no evil can trespass here anymore. Our angels have always possessed extraordinary abilities, but humans were too foolish, thinking only of grinding our feathers into dream dust. Our angels have also lived in hiding due to your greed, concealing our true power. But now, I have these good friends. I will do my best to protect them. However, I will also forgive you. Sarah extends her hand to touch the hands of the two hunters, giving each of them a flower-shaped seal.
Why are you doing this?
I believe there's still good people out there. Come back here when you've learned to appreciate the beauty of nature. The two hunters, Gepard and Azor, quickly depart. Sarah, Sparkly, and their animal friends live.
They say home is where the heart is. But why do I always feel this place is so fake? Out there, what is waiting for me? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to continue following. 100 years ago, the myriad creatures lived happily in the forest. Tragedy struck when the forest deity mysteriously disappeared. In its place was a ferocious lava monster. It wreaked havoc on everything and brought a veil of darkness. The forest was no longer a safe haven. They spread rumors that the very monster defeated the forest deity and took his mystical heart. In the face of this sorrow, the skilled fox person Marwood helped them build a magical crystal kingdom.
Thanks to you, Marwood. It's all thanks to the divine seed that the spirits bestowed upon me.
Listening to Marwood, the myriad creatures stayed in this land. They believed that leaving meant certain doom. Every day they mined stone ore, depleting the remaining resources outside, all for the sake of the tribal leader's kingdom. And in return, a warm and happy life. Among these myriad creatures, there was a pair of unicorn spouses. Lately, the wife had been hearing strange whispers, urging her to escape. She ventured deep into the forest, acting as if enchanted. When the husband arrived, the mother had departed forever. Only a newborn child remained. In that moment, he swore to protect his daughter for a lifetime. Savannah, the unicorn, a child born of the forest, but not allowed to return. The mysterious origin of Savannah made her look different from other unicorns. They called her an anomaly, an orphan. She found solace in the trees outside. They were her closest friends.
Come back quickly, Savannah. Do you know how dangerous this place is?
But Dad!
You're not allowed to come here anymore. I forbid it.
Despite the prohibition, Savannah would often sneak out to read the ancient scrolls left by her ancestors. The unicorns used to live so happily with nature, didn't they? Savannah continued to grow. Luckily, she had a friend, the fairy bunny Hazel.
Oh, how wonderful! Wherever you go, the birds follow. I don't understand it either. Look, I can even do this!
But the strange occurrences didn't stop there. Savannah often had dreams of the forest, where she saw the divine seed that Marwood always guarded. Savannah decided to seek answers about herself.
It's safe.
Immediately, both of them were pulled into a magical, virtual world. Under the warm light of the enchanted forest, Savannah and Hazel frolicked freely on the lush meadows. The forest was truly majestic and poetic.
These peaches are so delicious.
Please, return my heart. Give it back to me.
The divine seed is the heart of yours? So Marwood is the thief.
This is the only way for the myriad creatures to return to the forest.
Listening to the forest deity, Savannah was determined to become the one who could save him. Little did they know that taking the divine seed also meant the Crystal Kingdom would crumble. The seal broke and the swamp creatures surged in, incredibly dangerous.
Wait there! I'll bring the seed back!
As soon as they set foot in the real forest, Savannah felt a surge of fairy power in her body. She unlocked a powerful ability to control plants.
Watch this!
The sky seemed to brighten as Savannah appeared, and the forest was liberated from the dark night. Following the guidance of the divine seed, they arrived at a dangerous mountain pass. Savannah easily crossed it with Hazel. However, the world before them was a barren desert, completely different from the natural experiences they had before.
Could it be too late to save the forest?
Finally, I caught up with you! Come on, give me the seed! Your father is in danger!
As soon as Marwood's border broke, the lava monster would destroy all life within it.
You don't want all the creatures to face extinction, do you?
Though she wanted to save the forest, Savannah couldn't abandon her father.
No! Don't give it to him! Remember your destiny, Savannah!
Suddenly, an image projected from the divine seed. As Savannah predicted, Marwood, driven by boundless greed, had stolen the forest deity's heart. However, when the forest deity vanished, the lava monster appeared and demanded its heart back. Marwood and the lava monster engaged in a terrible battle. Before fleeing, he realized the lava monster was none other than the forest deity that had been corrupted. Marwood had exploited the creature's resource exploitation, turning the once lush forest into a barren land. So that's why it led to that curse.
Give it here!
The lava monster suddenly awakened from the nightmare of vengeance after 100 years.
Be careful, Savannah! Oh, Hazel, save him!
I believe in you. And that was the last word her beloved best friend had for Savannah. In that moment of desperation, Savannah looked deep into the deity's eyes.
Please, return to your true self.
Deceitful! All deceitful!
that moment, Savannah embraced her fate and spread her arms to embrace the deity. Her entire body ignited, but she didn't care. With intense hatred, the deity set its own heart ablaze. Just as Savannah was about to fight, she was drawn into the subconscious of the forest deity. In front of her were images of the past.
Before I was corrupted, I split my heart in two. One half became the divine seed. The other half was guarded by the forest spirits. And I waited for the most empathetic and purest soul to give my heart to. You are the chosen one, Savannah.
I can feel the heartbeat of the forest. The answer about herself that she had been seeking for so long. The past faded away, and a new vision appeared.
Come on, Savannah, make your choice. Do you want to enjoy or challenge?
Door number 1 will bring Savannah a comfortable life in the Crystal Kingdom. The forest deity will use its remaining power to let this land prosper for another 300 years. I will protect my family and all the creatures. At door number 2, Savannah will gain extraordinary power. Enough to bring the forest unicorn tribe to a new forest. But this Oride land and the Crystal Kingdom will be forever destroyed, along with the creatures within.
What will it be?
I don't want to choose anything. It's too selfish. I just want to save you.
Yes, I guessed correctly. You're ready. Now, step through the...
Savannah returned to the Crystal Kingdom, but everything was gone.
Why is it like this?
From now on, this forest will be re-established. Let me become the new forest deity, my dear. I no longer have the strength, but I trust you.
Savannah embraced the forest deity one last time, bidding farewell. Then she used all her strength to regenerate each tree, creating a lush forest. The myriad creatures also pitched in to help. Marwood was imprisoned for his crimes. From then on, all the myriad creatures lived happily together. They no longer feared stepping out of their safe haven, but always aimed to protect nature and what was most genuine.
Located high above the floating white clouds, there lived a beautiful place with full of bright colors, which was the home of apprentice zodiacs. Each zodiac had their own responsibility, which was suitable with their ability. They were carefully selected and trained by the goddess Athena, the protector of the zodiacs. The last selected one was Sagittarius, a beautiful and dynamic princess. Princess Sagittarius was really excited while having a chance to enter a new land. Then she ran around and around. She made Virgo, a really neat and clean person, feel really irritated. With her carefree character, Sagittarius didn't mind about the irritating look that Virgo gave her. Virgo determined to teach Sagittarius a lesson for not letting her causing troubles anymore. He looked on a trap just for only her. After setting up everything, he triumphantly waited for Sagittarius to get trapped. Didn't have to wait for too long. Virgo saw Sagittarius appear right before that trap.
She was bringing something. She carefully stepped by step. Suddenly, a dummy appeared, making her startled. The thing inside her hand also went flying high. Then it dropped into the ground, then broke.
What are you doing? It's the Rainbow Ball, which will bring colors to Zodiac Land in the next 10 years.
What? Why could you take the ball? I'm the one who has the responsibility of taking it.
Wasn't that you didn't go there? I have been waiting for you for so long, and the goddess had urgent work to do, so I had to take it for you.
Oh, Because I took time to study about that trap to scare you, so I forgot that I had to welcome the goddess.
If there's no ball, the Zodiac land won't have any color at all. It's all your fault. Go to explain it to the goddess Athena yourself.
Wait, isn't that you are the messenger? With your speed, it just took a little time to inform me. Why did you take others' responsibility without permission?
All right, because I'm really interested in the rainbow ball, but I have no rights to approach it. So I took the chance to touch it. I didn't expect...
So, it also has your fault here.
What we have to do now? Only few hours left to the ceremony. If we don't have the new ball, Zodiac Land will lose all of its color. Everything will be boring without any energy. I can't live with it.
Maybe we have to go find Goddess Athena and apologize, then ask for her help.
But only a few hours left before the old rainbow ball run out of its energy. If we wait for Athena Goddess come to report, it will be too late.
Then do you have any better idea?
Or we will go to Rainbow Land to ask the Rainbow Goddess for another ball? She is kind and gentle. She will accept it for sure.
Having no other choice, Virgo had to follow Sagittarius's way. On the way, they didn't forget to quarrel about the reasons which caused that situation.
I won't talk with you anymore. Just follow me and bite the dust. I'll go there first.
Then Sagittarius speeded up.
After a while, the cliff appeared right in front of her, making Sagittarius not be able to stop. Luckily, she could hang into a vine and climb up.
Virgo then appeared in time to help Sagittarius. Are you alright? Your hand is wounded. Why didn't you be careful? Let me help you. Then, Virgo helped Sagittarius handle her wound. Virgo's meticulousness and kindness made Sagittarius look at him differently. When everything was done, they realized that the land in front of them is where they wanted to go, the Rainbow Land. How could we get there?
Or let me take the momentum, then jump up there.
Are you silly? With your ability, you will probably fall after reaching halfway. At that moment, Virgo noticed beyond the Rainbow Land, there was a waterfall which was continuously flowing down. I have a way! After a while of working, Virgo created a simple form of onegu. Alright, hold it here, then pull it hard. Along with the strength of Sagittarius, a large rock was shot straight into the waterfall. The water splashed out, and with the sunshine, it immediately created a rainbow crossing the cliff. Then, the two could finally reach the Rainbow Land safely, thinking that everything was alright. But when they went to find the Rainbow Goddess, they were informed that she had gone, and she only came back by the next morning. Maybe we should come back and apologize to Athena Goddess.
It took us many efforts to get there. We won't come back with nothing.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Later, I saw by my own eyes, a ball was brought here.
I mean, is that okay when we steal that ball?
Do you really want to save the Zodiac Land? After everything is done, we will come back here and apologize. Don't waste our time and quickly take it. I will watch out and distract them.
Although knowing it was not right, Virgo still had to listen to Sagittarius to save the Zodiac Land. Seeing the ball in front of him, Virgo took all of his courage to take it down. However, as soon as he took it down, the whole palace suddenly shook. Realizing that there was someone who had stolen the rainbow ball, everyone immediately went there to catch the thief.
Virgo, quickly get on my back!
Sagittarius quickly carried Virgo and ran away. When they were about to catch up, a dummy appeared and scared the guard keepers, making them startled and fall down.
Indeed, it works!
Turned out while waiting, Sagittarius simulated Virgo's prank just in case being caught.
Incredible! Meanwhile, it took me nearly a day to make that dummy. You just need a few minutes. You're the genius of the prank, Sagittarius.
You give me too much credit.
Oh no, we have to be quick. The sunset is coming. Without the sunshine, the rainbow will disappear.
Just believe me.
Sagittarius used all of her power to rush away.
Coming closer to the rainbow, Sagittarius not only did not stop, but also accelerated faster. No, no, no! What do you want to do?
Sagittarius used all of her strength to run across the rainbow, which was fading away. The last sunshine also vanished, and the rainbow also disappeared accordingly. Sagittarius rushed higher, aiming at the beyond bank. However, she slipped as she nearly reached it, making the two fall out of the cliff. They were supposed to end up like that, but suddenly, a white cloud gently got their back. That was Rainbow Goddess. She could come back timely to save the two of them. Having no way to escape, the two had to apologize, then tell everything to the goddess.
Do you know that you were all wrong?
It's all my fault when forgetting the mission and causing all the troubles. Please don't blame Sagittarius.
No, it's my fault when taking the other's mission and inciting Virgo to do the wrong things. But it's not important now, my goddess. Please help the zodiac not lose its colors. Then I will take all the responsibilities and punishment.
Suddenly, the goddess laughed out loud, making them obscured.
Indeed, I'm not good at being difficult. You all got your own faults, right? Athena knew all the things that you had done, but she wanted to teach you all a lesson. So I made it more difficult to you. All right, now follow me.
The Rainbow Goddess led Sagittarius and Virgo to a small room. They were really astonished while seeing piles of rainbow balls inside.
We have lots of balls like this, so it won't matter when a few of them is broken. However, maybe they look similar, but each one has different uses. I am the only one who can distinguish them. Here it is, the color-making ball. Quickly, bring it back in time for the ceremony.
Receiving the ball, the two happily thanked the Rainbow Goddess, then quickly went back to Zodiac Land.
The two brought it back just in time the ceremony started. Everyone had been waiting for so long. Under the permission of Athena, Sagittarius and Virgo honorably replaced the new color ball to its position, although everything was solved, but they also had to take a deserved punishment. After a short journey, both of them had the chance to understand more about each other and become more friendly.
I think this is more a punishment for me, because you also like the cleaning works every day.
Just a little work more. Just come back and get some rest. I can do it for you. Your wound hasn't recovered yet.
No, I will do it with you to finish it. I will never abandon friends.
Just listen to me. Meanwhile, they tried to take that work. They accidentally bumped into the rainbow ball. The ball slowly dropped into the ground right before their eyes. Then, it was broken into pieces. The space around immediately lost all of its color.
Oh no, again?
A beautiful dress cannot conceal a selfish soul. And a powerful weapon cannot turn you into a warrior. Everyone must nurture and train themselves. The story of Celestia is no different.
Be careful, Celestia!
Celestia's father was a close servant to the king in the magic castle. Sir Anthony often brought her to the castle to play.
Your Majesty, I apologize.
To make amends, press the subscribe button for WOA Fairy Tale right now.
The king was also delighted to have Celestia as a friend to his daughter, Princess Celine. Celine knew Celestia was her age, so she was even friendlier and more open. She led Celestia to where everyone was practicing magic.
I wish I had one like that too.
However, the closer they became, the more self-conscious Celestia felt.
Wow!
Whenever the servants served Celestia, as per the princess's orders, they often showed disdain.
I'm so sorry!
On the 18th birthday of Celestia and Celine, the king specially organized for both of them.
Happy birthday, princess! Woohoo! Huh?
Come on, make a wish. And here is a gift for both of you.
There were 3 magic wands. The first one was the Wand of Light, simple in appearance, not flashy at all. The second one was the Wand of Fire, quite beautiful. And the last one was the Unicorn Wand, intricately engraved and very eye-catching.
Choose the wand you like, my children.
Princess, choose the unicorn wand!
But Celine chose the Wand of Light, the least outstanding of them all.
I feel I'm not capable enough to possess the other wands. Then, I'll take the unicorn wand.
Celestia had longed for a wand, and now it had become a reality, even better than expected. Celestia excitedly waved the wand, causing it to cast a spell that knocked down a section of the wall.
If you're not skilled, don't use that wand recklessly. Make the wand suitable for you. Don't chase its power, or it will control you.
Every day, Celestia went to the magic castle to study and train with Princess Celine. Seeing the princess using her wand way quite skilled, everyone praised her. Celestia only knew how to tightly hold her wand like a piece of wood. During Celestia and the princess's picnic, they inadvertently disturbed a forest demon. It rushed towards them, as if to devour them all. Celestia quickly tried to control her unicorn wand, but it wouldn't listen to her. Celine swung her wand of light directly into the demon's eyes. Celine quickly leapt up and used her wand to defeat the demon, making it disappear instantly. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief, and they all praised Celine's great skill. She understood and mastered the power of the wand, making it obey her. Meanwhile, Celestia could only look at her unicorn wand in frustration. Celestia took her wand home and threw it into a corner.
I shouldn't have accepted this gift. You deserve to be the owner of this wand.
She was the spirit of the unicorn wand. Celestia's eyes sparkled as if some invisible power had entered her mind.
No one will ever be able to mock me again.
First, Celestia decided to transform her poor appearance. She swapped Princess Celine's new dress with her old ugly one. When Celine received the dress, she saw that the old dress was ugly and completely different from the sketch that she had drawn.
What is this? It suits me perfectly. You look beautiful, my mistress.
The next day, Celestia went to the castle wearing Celine's clothes, looking lovely with makeup.
My dress! How dare you steal it? Don't accuse me. Do you have any evidence that I stole it?
Celine, frustrated, couldn't speak and walked away.
I can't believe Celestia would say such hurtful things.
The power of the unicorn wand turned Celestia into a different person.
Father, take the precious pearl in the king's room to make us richer, and no one will look down on us.
I can't do that. The king has been kind to us. I would rather be poor than betray him.
That night, Celestia broke into the king's room on her own. She tiptoed towards the precious gem. But the gem was too powerful, and Celestia couldn't touch it. In her confusion, Celestia considered taking a daring action. But then she heard footsteps and quickly ran away.
Catch the intruder!
No need, I'm fine.
Celine felt puzzled, but still had the intention of finding the intruder.
I almost harmed the king! You did well. You don't need to blame yourself.
The next day, Celestia went to the castle as if nothing had happened.
After the training, I have seen your efforts. Celine, you make me proud as the wielder of the Wand of Light. As for Celestia, you're also diligent. However, this wand is not easy to absorb energy from, so you still need more training.
Show him your ability, Celestia.
Celestia suddenly aimed her wand and cast a spell at Celine.
You had your chance, but you didn't learn. When you stole the gem from my room, I thought you were momentarily overwhelmed, so I let it slide.
I can't believe you're the one who did it!
Exposed, Celestia had to take a risky move. Both wands faced off against each other. Her growing hatred made Celestia succumb to darkness. Celestia pushed her unicorn wand to the limit, causing Celine's wand to break in half. Celestia lost control of herself. She could no longer distinguish right from wrong.
Snap out of it, Celestia! Don't lose yourself, my child. Poverty is not a sin. It's only the lack of determination that deserves condemnation.
She struggled to break free from the unicorn's influence. The spirit had possessed Celestia's body.
Celestia!
Celestia, you were originally a kind-hearted person. Don't let evil tarnish your soul.
Celestia recalled the moments of poverty but happiness.
Get out of my body!
The Unicorn Queen was expelled from Celestia's body.
Without me, the wand is useless. I will create power for this wand on my own.
Celestia rushed forward to use her wand to defeat the Unicorn Queen. She had discovered the true power of the wand. Strength, integrity, kindness. Celestia restored Celine's wand of light.
I'm sorry, Father. I was wrong. Now I understand that what truly matters is what suits us and brings real value. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I was too selfish and shallow.
That's a lesson for you. Not everything beautiful on the outside is good, and not everything ugly is useless. It all depends on how we use it.
With all misunderstandings resolved, they all lived happily ever after in the Magic Castle.
In a forgotten era, there lived a kingdom which was never lack of food, and the people there could live a comfortable life without having to work. There was so much food that it could be traded with neighboring countries, bringing wealth to the kingdom.
A ticket to the kingdom for anyone who subscribes to the WOA Fairy Tales channel. The ship will depart as soon as 1 million people subscribe.
All of this was thanks to the efforts of King Zemis, the one who possessed a powerful chest that created endless food for everyone.
Thanks to the noble King Zemis, who helped the goddess Amalthea in difficult times, we now live so comfortably.
But one day, the magical chest lost its power, and no food appeared. Where's all the food gone? King Zemis, who was enjoying a life of luxury, couldn't bear the scarcity.
People, from now on, everyone must work for me, and all their wealth must be handed over to my palace. Those who do not obey will be severely punished.
From a kingdom where people only had to enjoy life, now everyone had to work much harder, and illnesses became more and more popular.
Freya, my daughter, come here and take a rest.
Even Freya, the most beautiful girl in the kingdom, had to work diligently to help her family. The difficult life caused her parents to become seriously ill, so Freya worked even harder to support them. One morning, Freya found a wounded female goat in the garden and brought it home to take care of it. Freya's father knew that his daughter had just saved a goat.
You just take good care of it, my daughter. When it recovers, we will be able to get goat's milk to sell.
Felt pity for the wounded goat, but couldn't let her father's condition worsen, so she had to follow his advice. After a long time of caring, the goat finally recovered. The sale of goat's milk brought some money to Freya's family, but it still wasn't enough to fully cure her parents.
I tried my best. Is there any way to save my parents?
Suddenly, the goat nudged Freya and tugged at her dress, as if trying to lead her somewhere. Freya curiously looked at the goat heading to the forest. Then, she decided to follow it. Both of them walked for a long time until they came upon a vast and beautiful meadow where thousands of goats were grazing. From a distance, a beautiful woman approached Freya.
Hello, I am the goddess of abundance, Amalthea, who watches over this beautiful plain. Hello, goddess. This must be your goat. I found it wounded, so I took care of it. I believe it now wants to return to you. Really, thank you. It brought you here to meet me for a reason. What's wrong with you?
Freya told the goddess the entire story of the kingdom's current situation. It seemed to help the goddess realize something.
So it's Zenis. Freya, you and the people were misled.
Long ago, the meadow welcomed humans, and they all enjoyed the food from the magical chest and the peace together. But one day, the goddess discovered that her magical chest was stolen. Amalthea goddess was really angry, but she couldn't retrieve it because she was forbidden to enter the human world. She also limited human access to the meadow.
The chest couldn't sustain indefinitely without my magic. This is the consequence of lazy humans relying on the power of the divine. So it was King Zemis who stole the goddess's chest, and it's not a gift.
Freya looked at the displeased goddess, but for her parents, she tried to beg the goddess once again.
We were wrong to rely on the power of the chest. Please forgive us and help my family, my goddess.
Seeing Freya's earnest plea, Goddess Amalthea felt compassion and decided to show her the way.
All right, because you also saved my goat. Follow my instructions if you want to save your parents. Bring the magical chest to me, and I will provide the medicine for your family.
Freya thanked the goddess and was transported back to the kingdom. She immediately went to King Zemis's castle, trying to find a way to sneak inside. Suddenly, Freya accidentally bumped into a nobleman. Startled, she tried to run away, but she was caught immediately.
Who are you? And why are you sneaking around here?
Freya felt that this person was not ordinary, so she remained silent, fearing she might be discovered stealing the chest.
I am Prince Brian. If you don't speak quickly, I'll have you arrested and punished.
Freya was in a hurry to retrieve the medicine for her parents, so she told Prince Brian the truth about the magical chest and the task given to her by Goddess Amalthea. Brian was shocked by the revelation about his father. He had witnessed the hardship and suffering of the people because of his father's greed over the past few days.
Let me help you find the chest. I want to free the people from this hunger and poverty.
Brian believed that Freya sneaking into the castle was dangerous, and she could easily be suspected due to her appearance. So he took her to a free merchant's beauty salon to help her change her appearance. Although Freya was already beautiful, her new glamorous attire made her even more radiant. Despite their different social backgrounds, Brian's politeness and refinement made a deep impression on Freya. After the transformation, Brian took Freya back to the castle and introduced her to King Zemis as his fiancée. King Zemis was pleased to see Freya and was delighted that his eldest son had found someone to love. He agreed to hold a wedding for them on a suitable day.
Freya, stay here and rest for a few days. Brian, arrange accommodations for your fiancé.
Brian and Freya thanked King Zemis. Both were waiting for the right time to retrieve the chest. One night, Brian took Freya to a small room next to King Zemis' bedroom. The magical chest, which had once created endless food, was now an empty container sitting silently in the room. When Freya lifted the chest, a strange noise rang out, startling both of them. A hidden secret room behind a wardrobe was revealed. The two entered the secret chamber and discovered the missing queen who had disappeared years ago, lying quietly in a corner.
Queen! Why are you here?
Brian's exclamation alarmed King Zemis, who quickly woke up and rushed to the adjacent room to see what was happening.
Who's there?
Freya heard King Zemis and hurriedly pulled Brian away before they could be caught. King Zemis, unable to see clearly who had just run past, ordered his guards to capture the suspected intruders and then proceeded to inspect the secret room.
Capture those two immediately!
King Zemis felt relieved when he saw that the queen was still there, but next to her was a necklace that belonged to Brian. He realized that Prince Brian had discovered the truth and had hurriedly went find him. Freya led Brian into the forest in an attempt to find the meadow of Goddess Amalthea, but couldn't remember the path to get there. King Zemis pursued them, calling Brian's name and running as fast as he could. Suddenly, a strange light enveloped Freya, Brian, and King Zemis, transporting them to a different realm. Goddess Amalthea brought all three of them to her meadow. Freya quickly returned the magical chest to its owner. After being returned to its owner, the chest immediately restored its magic, causing food to be produced again. Suddenly, King Zemis rushed toward the goddess, attempting to seize the chest from her. Brian was so surprised, but he tried to rush there to stop his father from making a big mistake.
Brian, release me! I need the chest to save your mom!
It turned out that due to her inherent weakness, the queen fell into a deep sleep after giving birth to healthy Brian. Zemis loved his wife deeply and spent all his wealth by exporting food to bring doctors from far and wide to cure her, but with no success. Not wanting Brian to blame himself for causing the queen's illness, King Zemis concealed the truth about her condition. When he saw Brian distracted, he tried to escape, but Goddess Amalthea easily used her powers to take the chest from him. Freya witnessed the entire situation and felt empathy for King Zemis and Prince Brian.
Honorable Goddess Amalthea, Please save my kingdom this time. We promise to work diligently and earn our living by our own efforts.
Seeing that they had all learned a valuable lesson, Goddess Amalthea agreed to help those pitiful people.
Freya, this is my promise to you. Thank you for your help. And King Zemus, you have committed a great offense against me. To save your queen, you must renounce your throne, or else I will punish your queen and your son.
With his great love for the queen, King Zemus agreed to the goddess's condition.
Brian, my son, take the throne from me and restore the kingdom with your own efforts.
Brian, in order to save the queen, fulfilled his father's wish and kept his promise, agreed to the goddess's conditions. Goddess Amalthea was pleased to provide the healing medicine and then return them to the kingdom. The miraculous medicine she provided helped all those who had been sick recover their health. King Zemus gave the throne to Prince Brian and left the royal palace, as he had promised to the goddess. Brian became the king and married Freya. Together, they cared for their citizens, providing them with a happy and abundant life. From then on, the kingdom celebrated an annual festival in honor of Goddess Amalthea for saving their kingdom and praying for bountiful harvests.
Persephone is the goddess of nature, the one who sows the seeds of life. And at the same time, she is also the queen of the underworld.
Subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel to find out why Persephone is our underworld queen.
In ancient times, nature was always abundant all year round, and it was all thanks to Persephone's effort. However, the creatures were indifferent and unfeeling, not valuing life or the fruits sown by Persephone. No matter how hard Persephone tried, the result remained the same, and she was deeply troubled by this.
Oh, poor Raven!
The lucky raven was saved by the goddess of nature.
Why are you so infatuated? Fly away!
A few days later, the raven returned, and Persephone couldn't believe that it was Hades, the king of the underworld. Since that day, he had a deep affection for Persephone.
Persephone, come with me to the underworld. Be my queen.
The goddess loathed Hades for constantly believing that he was undermining the results of her life-giving work.
Never! I still have a mission. Life and loss cannot coexist. If I had known you were a raven, I wouldn't have...
That's enough.
He wanted Persephone at any cost and abducted her. Even though Hades promised many things like power and wealth.
No, no, no! Release me, you wicked!
Yes. Guard the door carefully.
The king of the underworld was determined not to release Persephone. Every day, he would personally come to take care of the wife he had kidnapped. No matter how much she resisted.
La, la, la! I can't hear anything! I can't hear anything! You monster! Stop clinging to me!
Warm water? Shall I call a servant for you?
You impolite person, you scoundrel! I am a lady!
Persephone couldn't take it anymore. She tried to escape, but couldn't. Until one day, Hades and his subordinates were in a hurry to resolve an issue and forgot to seal the door to her room. The nature goddess didn't miss the opportunity, but Persephone realized that the souls were entirely different from the indifferent creatures on the surface. Some souls were afraid, some were in pain, and some were extremely happy.
Do the souls here have emotions? While they were on the surface, they were indifferent.
The nature goddess decided to stay and investigate what she had always struggled with. Even though she didn't want to, she had to accept Hades' care.
So, you agree to be my queen?
Thanks to this, Persephone gained more power. She used the opportunity to travel all over the underworld to learn about the souls.
You lied! The demons will torment you! You cannot escape!
Why are you so cruel? Aren't these souls unjustly accused?
They are always deceitful. To avoid guilt, I am never wrong. Next one.
A cold, cruel person? How can he bring emotions to these souls?
Another deceitful soul. Lock her up. Torment her.
No, I'm innocent. Please, let me go. I'm innocent. Stop!
I will personally judge this girl.
It's impossible. You are...
The queen of the underworld, right? I have the right.
Huh?
It was only when Persephone empathized with the other souls that she discovered the mysteries and the faults of Hades.
So, I'm free. Thank you. I'm alive again.
Persephone felt extremely satisfied because she had embarrassed Hades. But from that day on, Hades began to judge the souls in her way. Despite his terrifying appearance, it didn't suit the task. Persephone realized that Hades' gift of loss brought emotions to the souls. They were happy to be back from the realm of the dead. They were sad to leave life behind. They regretted things they hadn't done in life.
So, both loss and life are necessary for people to have emotions, right?
Persephone gradually understood the true nature of Hades. He always judged the souls fairly. That's why he started following her example. With the goddess of life guiding the souls became easier. Hades always took the time to listen to her opinions.
I'm grateful to you, Persephone. Thanks to you, I won't make mistakes anymore.
It had been a long time since someone recognized Persephone.
I followed your advice. I built a paradise for good souls. If you miss home, you can come here. To ease your homesickness.
Persephone realized that Hades had become much gentler, and it seemed like he respected her, never causing her harm.
Hades, why do you have feeling for me?
You have a strong life force, warmth, enthusiasm. Those are things I lack. Things I can't find in the underworld.
Their love didn't last long because...
My lord, we're in trouble, my lord.
You rascal!
For some reason, too many new souls descended into the underworld, and even the old souls couldn't escape.
Life on Earth is being destroyed. People can't survive. They can't reproduce anymore.
It's because I'm not there to sow the seeds of life. I have to return to the surface.
No, you can't go.
You're the king of the underworld. You must understand that this can't happen.
The nature goddess was right. Faced with so many souls, Hades couldn't argue. Afraid that Persephone would take the opportunity to escape forever, he hatched a sinister plan.
If you eat this pomegranate, you will be bound to the underworld forever. Wait, Persephone! The road to the surface is long. Carry this pomegranate with you.
But when Hades was full of confidence in his plan...
Everything is thanks to Persephone and our Lord. Everything will be saved. You will all be revived.
For the first time, Hades realized that these beings were not afraid, but completely trusted him.
They trust us because of Persephone. Isn't she also trusting me? Does she truly love me? I can't deceive her again.
Persephone ran happily to the surface, paying no attention to the pomegranate.
Persephone, the goddess of nature, she's back!
She's alive! She's been saved!
It had been a long time since Persephone made the creatures on the surface have emotions again. And she realized that, to truly love life, one had to experience loss and pain, which made her own bountiful life all the more precious. Calm and peaceful, Persephone finally realized how hungry and tired she was.
Stop!
Hades had to confess everything to Persephone.
You still haven't eaten the pomegranate. Please give it back to me. Please!
Persephone was extremely furious, but remembering the anticipation of others and looking into Hades' sincere eyes.
Persephone, what are you doing?
I've come to realize that to give meaning to my life, I need to experience loss. Loss of life makes people cherish it, and it's all because of you. That's why you are the missing piece I need. Because she only ate half of the pomegranate, Persephone wasn't completely bound to the underworld. For half a year, she stayed in the underworld, making the world dry and barren, which was winter. For the other half of the year, she brought spring, richness from the realm of the dead. The mortal realm always anticipated the moment when the goddess of spring returned. And Persephone, she was content because she had found the missing piece to make up for her shortcomings.
The moment a child is born is the most marvelous and sacred event for a mother. However, for this mother, it's only half of the truth. These are the twin flames of love and hatred, Mila and Chloe. The imprint of twin flame power has been placed upon them. They are two parallel souls, forever bound to each other, able to understand each other's emotions and experiences. Please subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow the story. There's an age-old rule: love gives birth to hatred. And for every 10 children born of love, there will be one twin sibling born of hatred. Chloe and Mila had contrasting childhoods. Chloe couldn't make friends or get along with anyone. Mila, on the other hand, was incredibly cheerful and friendly, easily winning everyone's love. Mila received all the love and attention from their mother, while Chloe only received indifference. This neglect only amplified Chloe's negative emotions. Mila always tried to comfort Chloe, but it couldn't diminish her sadness. Unfortunately, the twins' mother passed away in an accident, leaving them with no one to lean on. Despite their different personalities, their twin flame connection prevented them from abandoning each other. As they grew up, they both started working at the Human Life Union, an organization dedicated to helping humans deal with complex emotions. Working together, they often clashed.
The world would be better if people loved each other.
But without hatred and ambition, humanity can't progress.
The conflicts escalated, leading to them no longer talking to each other. Everything changed on their birthday.
Is this a resurrection stone? Yes. It can bring back the deceased for 24 hours and is activated on the owner's birthday.
That's incredible. Thank you so much.
If you ever need assistance, come to see this wizard.
Mila wanted to see her mother again. There were many things she wanted to say to her, especially a belated farewell. However, this stone belonged to dark magic that Mila was not familiar with, and she couldn't complete the resurrection spell.
What on earth is she doing?
When Chloe arrived, she found Mila packing to meet the wizard and get a second stone.
You're insane! Why resurrect that wretched human? You know how much pain she caused me.
But I loved our mother unconditionally. And I believe deep down you still have some love for her, right? Come with me!
Chloe hesitated, and reluctantly agreed.
I'll destroy that stone with my own hands!
She doesn't want any more emotions or memories about that terrible human. Both of them were unaware that a group of vengeful fairies had been secretly observing them. They entered the human world and inquired everywhere about the whereabouts of the wizard. Despite the time constraint, Miller continued to help people. Her abilities helped a child find a passion for soccer. A mother used all her willpower to get to the hospital in time. Two lovers overcame their differences to be together.
What do you see? This world needs love. But it also needs hatred and ambition.
Chloe helped a girl stand up against bullies. And a police officer successfully caught a robber. Both of them began to understand each other's importance and the necessity of balancing their abilities. Along the way, they reminisced about the memories they shared with their mother.
Although Mom criticized me and showed favoritism, it motivated me to excel. And Mila has always been there, never abandoning me.
Finally, they met the wizard.
The stone has already been purchased by someone else, but I can create a new one from your angelic wings.
I agree. You're being selfish. If you lose your angelic wings, you can't help anyone anymore. And all for a few hours with Mother. It's not worth it.
But love makes me blind. It makes me selfish. You wouldn't understand. Huh?
At last, we've caught up with you.
These vengeful fairies were once troublemakers expelled from the fairy realm. They wanted to capture Mila, eradicate all twin flames of love, and seek revenge. Their former colleague was their ally, and it was all part of a wicked plan.
Stay away!
In the process of fleeing, Mila's angelic wings were torn, and time was running out. With her wings in tatters, she could no longer use them for the resurrection spell. Those malicious fairies were relentlessly pursuing them.
Have all our efforts been in vain? The last time I saw her cry like this was when... Please don't cry anymore! Hey, Chloe! And now I understand why love makes people blind.
The wizard couldn't let Chloe's efforts go to waste, so he quickly performed the spell. After all their hard work, Mila was finally able to meet her mother, but she had to sacrifice so much.
Mom, I regret it so much. I didn't want Chloe to sacrifice like this.
I'm the one who is wrong. After I passed away, Chloe burned her diary by my grave. In the end, I was able to give it to you, my daughter.
Mila read every secret in Chloe's diary, revealing how they felt about each other. Despite her mother's abandonment, Chloe understood the extent of the love her mother had for Mila. she consoled herself with that borrowed love.
Huh?
Even though she claimed to hate her, deep down, Chloe still had some love for her mother. Chloe had a list of things she wanted to do with her mother, but couldn't due to her indifference. Reading that list, Mila was touched to realize that Chloe had become a second mother to her. Chloe had always cared for her that way, but their different beliefs kept her distant from her beloved twin sister.
I promise to convey our mother's apology to Chloe.
Huh?
At that moment, the vengeful fairies stormed into the cave. Mila, bursting with the power of love, emitted a blinding light and defeated their enemies.
From now on, let me protect you.
She invaded Chloe's consciousness, reminding her of the warmth of her love.
You are my twin flame, forever like this!
Chloe regained her strength through the warm love. From that moment on, the two sisters lived happily together.
Goddess is back! Do you have any story from the earth to tell us today? Oh yes, today I'll tell you the story about the most beautiful girl in the world. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Alice who lived with her mother in a small village. Her father passed away since she had been born. The widowed mother and her daughter had to try their best to get by. Her mother was really weak, but she tried her best to work every day. Even the hard work, as long as it could give her the money to raise her daughter. Working hard in a long time made her exhausted and got seriously ill. Alice was so worried that she went everywhere to find a doctor to cure her mother, but all of them were not able to do it. Couldn't see her mother in pain. Alice kept on searching for the doctor, which could cure her mother, waiting for the day she could find a master.
Alice, my poor beautiful girl. I don't have the heart to see you searching doctor in vain like that. I heard people say that in that faraway valley there had been a magic flower which can cure anything, making people live longer.
Really? If it's true, my mother will be cured. Thank you so much. I will set out right away to find that flower.
That flower is really precious. I think the route will be really difficult. You have to be really careful.
I will take great care. Please don't worry. I'll go there now. But when I go there, my mother...
You're afraid that your mother will have to stay at home alone, right?
Yes, my mother is really ill, but no one can care for her when I'm leaving.
Don't worry. I and everyone will take turn to take care of her. Just rest assured to set out and promise me you will come back here safely.
I remembered it! Thank you so much! Alice said goodbye to the chief of the village and set out, ignored all the dangers ahead. Alice kept on walking so fast to find the magic flower as soon as possible to save her mother, until she reached a forest. She was really surprised that all the plants here had been withered. Then she stepped on the ground with full of dry leaves. After a few steps, she saw the giant old tree moving, turning back and seeing her in anger.
What are you doing here, sinful human? You cut down all the trees causing our water source stuck, making this forest die gradually. And now you still dare to come here?
While saying, the tree stretched its body to chase and capture Alice. Oh my God! Please spare my life! I will find a way to regain the water source for the forest and making it fresh again.
Remember your words. If you can't do it, I will never let up on you. The underground water source is in that lake. It used to be so prosperous, but no one knew why it was stopped. You can go there and check.
Alice followed what the tree had said and went to the small lake in the forest. And she could see the lake was dry. There were only dry leaves and branches that human had thrown into it. She cleaned the leaves and the branches. Then, she discovered a small hole that the water used to flow from that. The hole was totally blocked by a stone. She had to use all of her power to push the stone away, and finally, she could make it. The water immediately flowed out, making her lose momentum. Right at that moment, the tree spirit appeared and used its branches to roll her and put her on its shoulder.
Thank you so much, young girl. You have reborn the whole forest and saved all of us. I'm sorry for misjudging you earlier.
Never mind. It's also our fault. I'm glad that the forest is back.
If it hadn't been you, we should have lived forever in wither like that. What makes you come here? For a long time, I cannot see anyone here.
My mother is seriously ill. I'm on my way to the valley to get the magic flower to save her.
Oh my God! The route to the valley is really dangerous, young girl.
No matter how dangerous it is, I will do anything for my mother.
What a dutiful kid. I have a gift for you.
After the tree spirit finished saying, a golden leaf suddenly dropped into her hand. Then it showed her the fire gate, which led to the Flower Valley.
That's all I can help you. Good luck, and I hope that my gift will be useful to you.
Before the fire gate, Alice knew nothing to do. Every time she intended to cross the gate, the hot fire made her get back in pain. However, the love for her mother gave her the strength to do it. And against all odds, she crossed the fire gate, making herself burn in pain. But when she thought about her mother, who had worked hard to raise her, it gave her the will to risk. Alice finally could cross the gate, and the fire was also went out. But the burns made her collapse, so she couldn't go on. However, the golden leaf, which the tree had given her, suddenly shone. An aura covered Alice and healed all of her wounds. After recovering, Alice happily went on, and the valley with the shining magic flower was in front of her. Alice went quickly towards the magic flower, but she was blocked by the little flower spirits.
Who are you? What are you coming here for?
I'm not the bad one. I will never harm you. I just want to ask for the magic flower to save my mom. She has been seriously ill, but she can't get over it. Our last hope is that magic flower.
What a dutiful girl. You are also the first person who overcame all the challenges and got here. We agreed to let you take the flower away, but you have to remember, everything has its limit. Each petal on this flower can only extend your mother's life for 1 more year.
Oh my God! There are only 5 petals! That means my mother just can live 5 more years? Is there any other way to extend her life?
There is only one way that you can tear each petal apart, but you will have to exchange your age each time you do it. Will you accept it?
Yes! For my mother, I can do anything! No need to think. Alice did it immediately. Each time she tore a petal apart, her skin got wrinklier, her hair turned white. When the petal was much as she had wished, Alice became a weak old woman. But she was really happy because she knew that her mother was about to be saved. After exchanging all of her ages, Alice became weaker and weaker. She tried her best to come back home. After giving the flower to her mother and seeing her getting well again, Alice collapsed. Right at that moment, the flower flew up and turned into a goddess. Alice, my dutiful and brave girl, you ignored all the dangers and overcome all of my challenges just for your mother. You even sacrificed your own life for her. You really touched my heart. I will give you a gift. Then she casted a spell. A light covered Alice, and she turned back into a young girl like before.
Goddess, thank you! Thank you so much!
The goddess smiled and flew away. Alice and her mother hugged each other so tight. From that moment, they lived happily and peacefully together forever after. She was the most beautiful and kind-hearted young lady in the kingdom.
Peace be with you, sir! Peace be with you! Peace be with you too, the storyteller! And please follow the WOA Fairy Tales channel, everyone!
Mary had a lover, but she unfortunately caught the eye of Victor Frankenstein, a brilliant but wicked human king. He used his power to force Mary into marrying him.
Don't resist anymore, and you'll become a queen, rich and...
No! Everyone knows I already have a fiancé! I will never marry you, you wicked human!
Mary was determined not to yield, but unfortunately, she met with an accident and passed away just before her wedding with Victor. The wicked King Victor was determined to possess Mary at any cost. Being a genius, he found a way to bring Mary back from the afterlife.
Finally, I've created the elixir of resurrection. Just one more lightning strike. Then you'll be mine forever! Ha ha ha!
A human like Victor found it hard to change fate. What he brought back was not Mary, but a monstrous creation. Mary resurrected as a monster, lost all memories of her previous life.
You are so beautiful, Mary! Why have you turned into a monster?
Mary, with her extraordinary physical strength, couldn't escape Victor's clutches. And no one knew that Victor's creation was actually Mary resurrected.
A monster! That's definitely a monster!
Everyone referred to Mary as the monster, and she gradually forgot her own name.
Is this really me? I'm not this beautiful. I'm a monster. I'm ugly. What's the point of being this ugly?
The monster is always with King Frankenstein like a queen.
One day she might harm him. Who knows? When Victor Frankenstein sensed the fear around him, he also became anxious and decided to dispose of Mary to eliminate any future problems.
Where is that monster? Find her now!
Mary managed to escape in time, but everywhere she went...
A monster! An ugly monster's on the loose!
Everyone was frightened of her. Mary chose to hide deep in the forest, away from human society. She found solace there, but remained lonely and insecure about her own ugliness.
Is anyone there? Help me, please! Rocks block my house's entrance. Help me, please!
Even though Mary had planned to ignore, the goodness in her heart still existed.
Thank you, kind stranger. Thank you so much.
Because the blind man couldn't see Mary's appearance.
My parents only come home every few days. Luckily, there's someone here. I'm Shelly. And you are?
I am? As the monster, Mary felt a sense of familiarity with Shelly, so she decided to secretly watch over his family. Gradually, she developed affection for Shelly and often quietly helped his family.
What's wrong?
From chasing away wild animals to doing simple tasks like clearing paths or chopping wood for Shelly's family.
Someone? Is that you from yesterday? It's you! Are you also helping my family chop wood and clear paths? Don't leave me like last time. I have to thank you.
For the first time in a long time, someone valued Mary, even though she had become a monster. From then on, the monster frequently visited Shelly.
So, what's your name? You still haven't told me yet.
People call me a monster. No, I despise that name. It's so ugly, just like me.
You've helped me so much. You're very kind, much like someone I once knew. Someone with a beautiful soul like you couldn't be a bad person.
The monster's self-esteem gradually improved, and she developed feelings for Shelly. But one day, the blind guy fell seriously ill, just when his family was away. Mary risked it all to leave the forest in search of medicine. Unluckily, others saw her.
Thanks to you. You're so kind. You're just like her.
Oh, her? You already have a lover, don't you?
I used to. Victor took her away. I had to hide here. And she passed away. Her name was Mary. Oh, Mary! Mary!
Shelly calling her name triggered some memories in Mary's mind. Shelly, my name was Mary when I was alive. Victor resurrected me. I've just remembered some memories about you. I'm not sure anymore, but I might be...
You monster! I know you're here!
Too many soldiers arrived to subdue Mary.
I didn't expect that you would find where Shelly was hiding. I'm infatuated with you, wanting to drive me insane, in love with a blind man. I can't let you live.
Don't even think about it! You turned me into a hideous monster! Ruined me! I will...
Why not accept it? If Shelly saw you, would he be repulsed by you?
The disdainful looks and Mary's own self-consciousness led her to accept her fate.
A hideous monster like you cannot live.
Victor intended to deal with Mary immediately, even compelling the entire kingdom's populace to witness her trial to assert his authority.
This monster shall be tried immediately, and anyone who dares to oppose me. You're the real monster!
But the blind man appeared to testify against him.
Mary? That's right! The monster's face bears a resemblance to Mary.
King Victor turned Mary into a monster!
Bring him here! Hurry!
No, you can't!
Look here! This is the end of the rebels!
Just at that moment, Mary managed to break free and took the slash from Victor and pushed Victor into his own tool. A kite string caught Victor.
You monster!
Shelley, unfortunately, was hit by a drop of the elixir of resurrection in the eye. As for Victor, he remained oblivious to the fact that the kite string stuck on his body had already begun to take effect. That bolt of lightning also struck Mary and her beloved. Victor couldn't survive a direct lightning strike, but the mighty body of the monster protected Mary. Shelley! As for Shelley, miraculously, he was unharmed and his eyesight was restored, just as Mary had been resurrected.
Oh my! I can see! Where's Mary? Where is she?
No! Don't look! Don't look at me! I'm so ugly!
Why not? I've always wanted to see the one I love. I've always been blind. Even if I could see, I wouldn't know what's beautiful or ugly. I only need to know that the person in front of me is Mary, the one I love.
Even though Mary was who she was, she would always be loved by someone as her true self. The people were no longer afraid of Mary once they knew who she truly was. As for Mary, she accepted her fate as the monster because being resurrected as a monster had given her the opportunity to be loved.
I am Diana. It had been nearly a year since the last time I got out of my room, and I can only live by with my little allowance. Because after many times of breaking up and being pranked by my colleagues, I don't have enough courage to go out there and contact with anyone. Only the comic books now can soothe my hurtful soul. I finished reading another story, the 100th or 200th story, something like that. I can't remember anymore. The author of this book really pissed me off. He made a character with my name become a villain, Princess Diana Astor. She had everything, except for the intelligence. She was foolish. She made it all the way to fight for a prince which didn't love her. Then she had to pay a dark price for it. If I were Diana... Wait, what? Is it blood? My head aches again. This condition of mine lasts for so long, but I don't even want to go out to the hospital. Princess? Princess, are you all right? What's happening? Where am I? Thank God the princess woke up! That stinky slave dared bump into you insolently. Please punish him hard. Why does she always call me princess? That background is so familiar. I probably saw it somewhere.
Princess Diana, are you all right? Please forgive me for not being able to control that insolent slave.
He just called me Princess Diana? Is there any way, by somehow, I went to the book and became Princess Diana Astor, the daughter of Count Astor, the wealthiest person in this kingdom? Great! Now I just have to enjoy that wealthy life and don't have to scare off anyone who will bully me. If you're all right, we just quickly come back and prepare for the tea party this afternoon? Right. Everything will start from this tea party. Diana will meet Prince Basil and fall in love with him, but he only loves her cousin Selena. No. It's really hard to have a wealthy life. I won't let it end up so soon like this. That if I don't meet him, the tragedy will never happen. Senya, bring all the gold in the vault here. All of the gold? But for what? Today I will go to charity. So, how about the tea party? I won't go there anymore. Right, about that servant. Buy him back and free him. Unbelievable, too much gold. Even if it's just half of a vault. I spent all day to give them away. But it's not over. And the Astor family still has 20 more vaults. Even I knew before about the wealth of Astor family. But I am still astonished when seeing that huge amount of gold.
Princess? The Count has just come here to see you.
What? Why does he come here? That circumstance wasn't mentioned in the comic book. Are there new things happening when I don't follow the storyline? Maybe he came here to blame me for not attending the tea party and even wasting the gold? What should I do now? Or I just admit first and plan later?
Diana!
My Count! I mean, my father! I'm sorry for not attending the tea party and wasting your money.
What did you just say, Anne?
I'm sorry for...
No, before that, what did you call me?
My father.
That's it. It's been so long since the last time you called me father, my good daughter.
And how about...
Oh, if you don't want, you don't need to go there. And when you gave away the gold for the citizen, you did a very good job. The fame of Astor family will be spread further, and it's good for our other businesses. You're really matured, Diana. Your mother in heaven will be proud of you.
Yes, Father!
All right, it's also late. Get some rest, my daughter.
I forget that the Count really pampers Princess Diana. Maybe that's why she's so uncontrollable. If so, I can enjoy the life here comfortably. It has been nearly a year since I became a wealthy and powerful princess from an ordinary girl. For avoiding the prince who can make me, or Diana Astor to be exact, ruin her life, I have to make myself busy with many different works. Thanks to that, I can also make many important relationships and businesses, which are really helpful to Astor family. Now I'm on the way back after attending a diplomatic party at the suburb area. I'm really eager to see the emotion of the Count when I have just brought him a couple of big contracts. What's wrong? Why do you stop? We haven't arrived yet. Who are you? What do you want to do? Who are those people? Why do they want to arrest me? Is this a kidnapping? Princess, they won't harm us, right? Rest assured, maybe they just need money. Hello, my noble cousin. Selena, why you? For a long time, I haven't fought anything with you. You are about to marry Prince Basil. What do you want from me? It's just because you don't fight for anything with me. Because you became a better person. So I have to do this terrible and evil thing. It's you who has to do those things, not me. Are you crazy, Selena? You really miss a day when you're nothing, right? Right. Although being born in Astor noble family, I'm just your shadow. I have no power in my hands. I just can show my weakness for being protected by others. You always fight for everything with me, but not for your need. It's just because you wanted to feel the victory. So I have to get married with a prince, so I will have a position for my own. I have been always worried that you would steal him from me. Luckily, you didn't intend to do that. I was really happy, and I wanted to thank you for that. But easy come, easy go. Recently, Prince Basil started to be cold to me. Instead of that, he's really interested in the good things you've done. He even wanted to cancel his marriage with me. So I need to make you disappear. Then the prince will love only me. You're foolish, Selena. If you harm me, the Count will never let you off. For what? You was accidentally harmed by the robbers. Meanwhile, I'm still ill and bedridden. You're so cunning. You prepared for this day, so you pretended to be sick. Enough talking. Goodbye, my beloved cousin. Just do it. Why can't it be? I tried everything just to have a peaceful life. Why do the life always be unfair with me like that?
Capture them all!
Princess, there's someone who came to rescue us! Right, capture them all! How dare they kidnap me and Princess Diana? Still have Selena, don't let her escape! Let's see how the Count will punish you all!
Princess Astor, are you alright?
Who are you? Why do you know me?
I'm Prince Galvin from the neighboring kingdom. Do you remember the slave that you saved from a year ago?
You are that slave? But how could everything be like that?
A year ago, I traveled everywhere to discover new things. Unluckily, I was robbed by bad guys. They even sold me to the traffickers. If that day you didn't save me, I'm afraid. Luckily, later when I was on my way to the city, I discovered and stopped their intentions.
Right. In the comic book, I remember that Diana that year punished that slave. Later on, when he was the prince again, he came back and punished Diana, along with Prince Basil. Fortunately, I felt pity and freed him that time. Then I can escape from this dangerous situation. Thank you for saving me, Prince!
I just returned you favor before. It looks like your hand has been wounded. Let me help.
Under the protection of Prince Galvin, I could come back home safely. I hand over Selena to Prince Basil as a favor for her. The prince might be gentle to her. If the Count knows it, a daughter maniac like him, I don't want to think about the consequences that she will have to suffer. Princess! Princess, it's not good! Huh? What makes you so panicked? I just heard that the prince had taken away the noble honor of Selena and sold her as a slave. No way! Quickly stop them. Don't let them sell Selena. I will go and see the prince to ask. In the end, what kind of person is Prince Basil? Isn't that he is a person who values relationships? Why could he be so cruel?
Oh, it's my pleasure to be visited by Princess Diana Astor.
How could you be so cruel? No matter what happened, Selena is a noble girl from Astor family. Are you trying to end up her life while making her become a slave?
I don't have any other choice. I just abide by the rules. But if you're warm-hearted like that, I will let you decide, okay? Stop talking about it. I have a more important thing to discuss with you. It's about our wedding.
What? Which wedding?
Sorry for not having the chance to tell you. Royal family and Astor family had an arranged engagement before, but you always avoided me just because of that. Selena had the chance to approach me, but I don't have any feeling with her. I just admire you, my beautiful and talented Princess Diana.
There will be no engagement here at all. I will never marry you. I have nothing to do here. Goodbye.
You make me feel hurtful, Princess Diana.
What do you want? Why do you block me?
Of course, I want to marry you, and I think you are not allowed to deny Diana.
What? A person looks exactly like me?
I didn't really want to do this, but rest assured, I just let her replace you until the wedding finish. Anyway, I prefer your real personality. Bring Princess Diana back to her room to get some rest. Remember to watch her out.
Unbelievable! What the hell is going on with this story? Is there any way that when there is no longer a main villain, the main characters also gradually change? My life from the real life to the book, why is it always bad? I tried to avoid everything. If so, this time I will try facing it! How stupid these guards are! Just a small trick and I could fool them! Let go of me! Let go of me!
Princess Diana, it's me, Galvin.
Prince Galvin, why are you here?
Later, I passed by to visit Count Astor by the way I asked him about you, and I knew that you had rushed to the palace. And when you're back, I saw you go with Prince Basil. That girl didn't look like she knew me, and she didn't have any wound on her hand, so I knew that's not you. Then I came here to see.
Basil wants to use that fake one to arrange the marriage between me and him. I don't know why he'd do that.
It's the gold of Astor family. The royal family budget had soon be wasted, so it would be drained soon, but no one knew it. Years ago, the king borrowed us a large amount of gold, and now it's time to pay back. This time, I come here for that.
So at first he aimed at Selena because he thought it would be easy to take advantage of her and get the gold. But Selena has no power in the family, so he determined to aim at me. We have to stop him quickly.
Lady?
What's up?
Lady, wake up! Can you hear me?
What's wrong? This is my room. Is there any way what I have just experienced is just a dream? But I feel that it was real.
Are you alright? Later, the delivery man discovered that you had been fainted, so I had to enter your room without permission.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Galvin. A post-graduated doctor. I just moved here, staying next to your room.
Galvin? Book? Where is my comic book?
Hey, hold on, you haven't fully recovered?
Indeed, that's not a dream. The storyline has been changed. Basil was dethroned and punished. Aster Noble agreed to help the royal family overcome that difficult period. Princess Diana and Prince Galvin fell in love with each other. That's great!
What's wrong?
I've just realized that avoiding is never the best solution. Then I will go out there and face it. And Galvin, thank you so much. You really saved my life.
What would happen if one day you discovered you possessed the power of tarot cards? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to follow the story. Vivian was a rebellious princess, always arguing with her parents and ignoring her family to chase exciting adventures outside. Her younger sister Cassie was the complete opposite. Cassie cared and reminded Vivian about everything, from family matters to their adventurous journeys. Vivian always felt that her sister was too worried, so she often ignored Cassie's advice. Trouble started when Vivian and Cassie frequently heard a mysterious voice whispering in their ears, urging them to a certain cave on the mountain.
I have a terrible headache. I'm going crazy. Do you hear those sounds too? Yes, we need to find out what that cave is hiding. Come on, let's go. But Vivian, don't you have a bad feeling about this?
Ignoring her sister's concerns, Vivian stubbornly wanted to explore. When they entered the cave, they discovered two mystical cards. Vivian touched the Sun card, and Cassie touched the Moon card.
Hello, Vivian and Cassie. You are the chosen ones to become the rightful owners of the Sun and the Moon. Your souls will be connected to these cards forever. The cards will find their owners through specific personalities. Vivian was chosen as the owner of the Sun card because of her enthusiasm and confidence. Cassie was chosen for the Moon card because of her rich imagination and concern for the future. The chosen individuals can only control their own cards. To acquire other cards, they must defeat the owners of those cards. Anyone who completes the full tarot deck will receive any wish they desire. Keep trying, Vivian and Cassie. Oh, that's wonderful! Let's collect all 78 cards, Cassie. But what will happen to the defeated owners? Is it just a simple defeat, or... Who knows? Don't worry, we won't lose. No! I refuse to participate in this crazy game. Why were we chosen? What is the purpose? Come on, Cassie, don't be so cowardly.
The two sisters started arguing, completely unaware of their surroundings.
Be careful, Vivian! No, Cassie! I'm sorry for being so useless. No, Cassie! Don't leave me!
Cassie gradually weakened and was about to wipe Vivian's tears with her hand, but she couldn't make it in time as her soul was sucked into the Moon card. Vivian, filled with anger, turned back and looked at the one who harmed her sister. The person had been watching the two sisters since they entered the cave and wanted to possess the two cards.
Hand over the cards, or you will be next.
Shut your mouth!
The Sun card is powerful? Well, let's see.
The warrior revealed the Chariot card.
So defeated owners are trapped inside their own cards? Now the real game begins! Cassie, I swear I will collect all 78 cards and use a wish to save you.
Vivian bid farewell to her family, wrote a letter, and embarked on her journey to collect the cards. She hid in the forest and diligently trained her skills with the Sun card. The Sun card had the advantage of being able to locate the remaining tarot cards. Vivian simply followed its guidance to reach her first opponent.
Here we go, another opponent. You will be defeated by me. I am the owner of the Six of Wands card.
Don't be so sure.
Give up! My card represents victory, and I have already acquired 20 cards.
Even more. Bring it on.
The paladin was defeated and sucked into the Six of Wands card. Vivian successfully acquired all of his cards and continued her journey. Time passed quickly, and Vivian embarked on an arduous adventure to collect the tarot cards in various lands. She faced fierce attacks and suffered countless injuries. Others were frightened by the tarot cards and, like Cassie, did not want to participate in the battle. This made it easy for Vivian to defeat them and claim their cards. The burden of trapping innocent souls within the tarot cards weighed heavily on Vivian's conscience. But she believed it was the only way to save her sister. The final card was located in a secluded cabin, deep in the woods.
No! Don't hurt my mother and me!
Don't be afraid. Everything will be fine.
The mother knew what would happen. Despite her attempts to hide her child in the forest, she couldn't defy fate.
I surrender. Please take my child to safety. I'm sorry. Truly sorry.
The mother was drawn into the High Priestess card, while the child cried in despair. Vivian fulfilled her promise to the mother and brought the child to an orphanage. After a challenging journey, Vivian rested on a lush green meadow. As she fell asleep, the High Priestess card created a surreal dream for her. The High Priestess was the intermediary between the outer world and the inner consciousness of each individual. Thus, the mother's soul allowed Vivian to reunite with her sister Cassie.
Oh, Cassie, I finally found you. I'm sorry. I've been so terrible,
Vivian looked at the spirits that haunted her all this time, representing the defeated owners. They criticized Vivian harshly.
I understand, sister. You made such efforts to save me, but sacrificing countless lives just to save one life? Is it worth it?
The spirits projected a future vision, depicting a world engulfed in flames and Vivian's unfavorable fate.
Because you're my sister, everything I've done is worth it. I can't turn back now, Cassie. I just need you by my side.
The full tarot deck was finally obtained. Vivian followed the instructions of the cards to reach her final destination and make her wish.
Well done, young lady. You have completed my challenge. I am Denzel, and I will grant your wish.
Vividly recalling her dream from the previous night and her sister's advice, Vivian hesitated. Was it all worth it?
I just want my sister to be resurrected!
So be it.
Oh, Cassie, I missed you so much. As long as you're here, I don't need anything else.
Unbeknownst to them, they had fallen into Denzel's trap.
I have granted your wish. Now it's time for you to fulfill mine.
Vivian instantly turned dark as she absorbed all of Denzel's memories. Denzel was once a malevolent and powerful dark sorcerer with prophetic abilities. He used his powers to create the tarot deck, representing the different aspects of human nature. He pretended to spread the benefits of tarot to help people understand themselves and glimpse into the past and future. However, his intention was to manipulate and control everyone.
The entire world of sorcerers became furious.
Huh?
They united to defeat Denzel. His soul was torn into 78 pieces and absorbed into the tarot deck.
Just you wait. I will have my revenge.
The fragments of its soul scattered across the cards, creating a malevolent game. He wanted humans to destroy each other and become trapped in those cards, nourishing his soul. His soul would be restored once someone acquired all 78 tarot cards, and he would take over the body of the victor after granting their wish.
Vivian, please wake up! Look, it's me, Vivian! I'm here!
Hearing her sister's cries, Vivian struggled to regain control of herself and approached the tarot deck.
You fool! If you destroy the deck, both of us will be annihilated!
But Vivian truly realized her mistake. However, the sisters were unaware that they had fallen into Denzel's trap. Denzel was defeated, and he took Vivian's body with him as he vanished. Finally, the innocent souls were freed and would be resurrected immediately.
Sister! I'm here, Cassie. I finally protected you. Promise me you will live a good life from now on. I promise. And please, don't forget about me, Cassie. Everything that belongs to you. And the memories we shared. Even though we must part ways now, I will cherish them forever.
Cassie never forgot her sister. She recreated the entire tarot deck and wrote a book about Vivian's sacrifice. Decades later, through Cassie's book, tarot became popularized. It was used for self-reflection, divination, and rediscovering one's self-worth.
It was the first day, the final semester, that I attended the Vampire Academy, the only place that's trained professional vampires. I had been eagerly anticipating this day because... Celine! You've done it to me! If you want to see how I'll deal with her, subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales. As for the confrontation between me and that girl, it's an ancient story. We both come from famous vampire clan. The rivalry between our clans made us compete in every little thing. This time, Celine really succeeded. Our academy is divided into two species, Royal and Dampier. Celine and I are both Royals, pure-blood vampires, or those with the ability to perform magic. We'll live in the imposing, luxurious tower, spending most of our time chatting or learning ways to become more aristocratic. On the contrary, Dampier vampires, hybrids with humans, live differently. Their lifestyle is simpler, and they have to work harder. Although they don't possess magic, their speed and skills are extraordinary. They are trained to be protectors for royals. Royals and Dampiers live separately, only beginning to bond for life at the prom ceremony. To prepare for prom, starting today, Dampiers will be moved to the royal area to socialize. But that little Celine girl has taken everything away. What have you done? Oops, I accidentally borrowed your prom date. You're not mad, are you? Oh, it seems like you were a bit annoyed, huh?
Betty,
Well, now what are you going to do, Betty? Everyone has a date, and if you don't participate in prom, how will you graduate? At that moment, for some unknown reason, I declared that I would go with the only person who didn't have a date to prom. I also had doubts about my audacious decision. The person I chose was Edward.
Edward is a low-profile Dampier, so inconspicuous that no one remembers him. He struggles with academics, has a reserved personality, and never participates in group activities.
I don't agree.
What? He dared? All right, no worries. Eric and I will definitely become the king and queen of prom to get that moonstone for you. It helps with mind control, you know. And who knows, maybe Edward will accept your invitation. For the first time in 17 years, I had to endure such embarrassment.
I agree.
What? What did you say?
I said I agree. See you tomorrow.
Like a dream, from that day on, Edward and I truly began to get to know each other to prepare for prom. It wasn't easy to change the mindset of someone as stubborn as Edward. Do you really want to cooperate? With the current situation, even if we don't participate in prom, we can become the king and queen. You knew that, didn't you? Sorry, but you're probably regretting not having Eric now, right?
Why should she regret something that has lost its value?
What's the freak saying now? How can a weirdo compare to someone who always wants to steal other people's things? Thanks to you, I'll have 100 times better prom date than Eric. I may have spoken strongly, but seeing them happy together, I was truly sad.
Look, weren't you very determined just now? Come on, we'll win. You said I'm 100 times better than him, didn't you? Oh, give this back to you. Study it carefully, bookworm.
You? How dare you read? You! Don't tell anyone. If this gets out, I'll be seen as a weirdo just like Edward. Oh well, studying about Strigoi is my special hobby. These are the most feared and rarely mentioned type of vampires in vampire history, because they are the only ones who feed not only on humans, but also on royals and Dampiers. They are resurrected from the dead and become immortal, rumored to be the harbingers of destruction. In terms of power, neither royals nor Dampiers are a match for them. The Vampire Academy was founded to train vampires to fight against this species. What if Edward reveals this information? I can't even imagine. But Edward didn't do that. He even showed interest in the notebook.
Why are you studying these?
I want to know more about Strigoi. Are they really as evil as they say? And instead of destroying them, is there a way to redeem them? Edward also started cooperating with me more in our prom preparations. We had a fairly, enjoyable time. And I realized that I might have started to like him a little. After that night, Edward underwent a dramatic change. When he discarded his disastrous fashion, he became an entirely different person. Even Celine couldn't help but be impressed. How could Eric compare to this eccentric guy? Not only handsome, but the scent of Edward's blood also had an irresistible charm that captivated the royals. Feeling that she had lost a delicious meal, Celine was once again eager to steal my prom date right before the party. According to tradition, Royal and Dampier students are divided into groups to guard the school and practice their teamwork. Unfortunately, due to bad luck, Edward and I were assigned to the same group as those two troublemakers. Thanks to them, the atmosphere between us became more awkward. This task was supposed to be a training exercise with harmless traps set up, but unexpectedly the snakes, the vampire's eternal enemies, appeared here. With our current abilities, we were no match for them. Ha! My dear friend and the guy I once liked disappeared in the blink of an eye.
I'll hold them off. You run away.
How could I accept that? We were a team, and of course,
I had my own abilities. A bite barely grazed me and left me stunned. After that night, my body seems to start changing. Perhaps it was a side effect of the snake's venom, even though it was extracted in time. I thought that after the disaster, Edward and I would become closer, but no! He changed again, becoming as cold as he was in the beginning. Just to let you know, Edward is my new prom date. What? Edward, what's going on?
Exactly what you heard.
That moment became even more unsettling when Eric lost a lot to Celine. No! There must be some hidden mystery in this. Through investigation, I discovered a horrifying truth. Edward, the one who once captivated me, is a special Strigoi. What? What do you intend to do? This is the Vampire Academy. The professors will punish Strigoi.
Come on, they'd have to punish you as well then, Betty. Don't you remember anything?
According to his account, on a mission night, he bit me and turned me into a Strigoi. You? How dare you!
Be smart and stay quiet until my plan succeeds. When you return there, it will be you who faces danger.
What do you plan to do?
Give him what he deserves. A man who abandoned his wife and children like he did doesn't deserve the position of headmaster.
Edward seemed to be looking down on me too much. Even if I got punished, I had to warn everyone about his plan. When I arrived at prom, he and Celine had become the king and queen and received the Moonstone ring.
Something's not right.
He used the ring to control everyone's minds. This would make the Academy's defense line disappear, leading to the appearance of more Strigoi.
I don't care about what you're planning, just don't get in our way.
What if I am the girl you truly care about?
However, perhaps even Edward didn't anticipate that Alan would change direction and rush towards me. The little remaining strength within me had already been used to break down the door to get here.
Ha! I guess I was right. She's the only one you care about, isn't she?
It turns out that Edward knew that Alan might target the girl next to him, so he intentionally let Celine become a decoy, replacing me at prom. Why did you save me? I've turned into a Strigoi too, you know.
Huh? Do you believe everything I say? You're stubborn right up to prom. Truly stubborn.
Right after that, I was also controlled by him to continue the unfinished plan.
You recognize me now, don't you? Unexpected that the son turned into a Strigoi can come back here for revenge, right? It's my mother. My mother sacrificed herself to save me, but it didn't work. And she ended up like this, even in her passing. She still wanted me to return this to you.
When the two rings were placed side by side, a strange and magical phenomenon occurred. Perhaps the magic of family bond. Back then, during the intense battle with the Strigoi, the headmaster bravely stormed through the front lines. However, he inadvertently lost track of his wife and son. They were threatened, and their safety was exchanged for the headmaster's appearance, but due to lost information, by the time they reached the headmaster, his loved ones were no more. The two rings were originally a pair, a testament to the love between Edward's parents. The memory segment ended simultaneously with the control of the rings over the vampires, inadvertently leading to a tragedy. It was the only way to end the immortal life of the Strigoi. Hey, you can't sleep! You haven't even apologized to me for what Celine did! Headmaster, please save him quickly! He's your own son!
Calm down, you're too noisy. Father, I'm sorry. Didn't expect to meet you like this.
The headmaster hastily used all his strength to exchange for Edward's life.
Please, Father, don't do that.
I can't lose my only loved one again.
It turns out there was a way to save Strigoi, but it required him to give up immortality and at the same time for a royal to sacrifice their power and even their life to save him. Edward was no longer a Strigoi, but it was a shame that his father, in addition to losing his power, was permanently disabled. Today, they will return to the castle deep in the forest to spend more time together.
Now that I've truly become a Dhampir, I will still work hard to practice and one day be able to protect and bond with you. As for you...
I'm willing to wait. Look how impatient he is. Well, this time I admit defeat to you. This story is a thank you message for Beth D, Lyco Girl 1789, who has contributed many ideas to WOA Fairy Tales. In the future, we hope to receive more contributions from the audience to further develop WOA Fairy Tales. Don't forget to subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to help us reach 1 million subscribers soon. And now, please share your emotions with WOA Fairy Tales after watching today's story. See you in the upcoming episode! Once upon a time, in a beautiful kingdom, there were two twin princesses named Mona and Lisa. They were known for being extremely beautiful, gentle, innocent, and immature. In the eyes of everyone, the two of them were like white swans, beautiful and flawless.
Oh, our princesses, how lovely they are.
One day, the king organized the 20-year-old's birthday celebration for two princesses, Mona and Lisa. There were many wealthy men, as well as nobles, appeared to introduce themselves, and they hoped to catch the two princesses' eyes. Among them, there was an elegant young man named Sully, who took the initiative to talk to Princess Mona.
It's my honor to meet you, Princess Mona.
My pleasure. And you are?
Your Highness, I am Sully, a noble from Bala. I'm so fortunate to have the opportunity to attend your birthday.
I really appreciate your attendance at my party. What an honor.
Princess Mona, your smile is so beautiful, shining like a sun. It will be the most meaningful thanked gift in my life if I can be with you and see that smile every day.
You're exaggerating. I'm just a little princess.
Mona, do you know that there is a royal family member kidnapped case in the neighboring country?
I knew it. Princess Liam is a good friend. Poor him. But why are you bringing this up?
Don't worry. If you have me by your side, that will never happen to you.
Thank you, but...
I heard rumors that the Moonlight Knight was the one who kidnapped Prince Liam. With such an evil sly, I am sure that I will be able to defeat him.
Sir, where did you hear the rumor? I don't think the Moonlight Knight would do such a terrible thing.
For me, those who rob people, no matter what they rob, from the rich or poor, they are always crimes. They are all pathetic losers.
Realizing her sister was in need of help, her older sister, Princess Lisa, immediately understood and freed her sister from this awkward situation. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I'll have to take her to change clothes. Please forgive me.
No worries. Take your time. I can wait.
After returning to their private room, the two princesses, Mona and Lisa, returned to their true self. It's so frustrating. He said the Moonlight Knight was nothing more than ordinary bandits. He even blamed us for kidnapping Liam. What does he know about the Moonlight Knights? He even asked to stand up for me. Where does he get such confidence? What can someone who brags about his family background and unimaginable powers do when he meets the Moonlight Knight? I really want to see his face when he finds out who we are. He dared to smear us. Those who are prejudiced against Moonlight Knight are definitely bad guys. Of course, the Moonlight Knights have always acted in good faith, helping the poor people. It is unacceptable to hear his words. I have to teach him a lesson. It's showtime.
Going back to the party room, Sully was still the one who was the fastest to approach the two princesses. However, he did not know that he was in the sights of two naughty princesses. Mona chose a beautiful cream cake, but accidentally or intentionally, the cake fell to the ground.
Please, princess, let me handle this.
Just waiting for that, Princess Lisa just pushed a little bit. The young man immediately paid for what he had said. Oh my god! Oh no!
Princess, you two...
We are so sorry! It's my fault. I'm so sorry.
But, well, that's okay. I don't blame you two. Excuse me, princess. I'll probably have to leave first for today's party.
If you need compensation for the shirt, please leave a message for us. We will pay for it.
Princess Mona, you don't need to do that. Forgive me, I have to leave.
With such a smooth plan, it was not easy for someone like Sully to realize that he had been plotted by two princesses. We nailed it! The two princesses suddenly found a very mysterious message. Tonight in the forest, the Eastern Wooden House, 200,000 gold coins, confidential transactions, no delay. Why do words seem so dangerous? Where did this thing come from? The two princesses did not take long to guess the owner of this message. Sully! I begin to have a bad feeling about what's going to happen tonight. How can those who think badly of the Moonlight Knight be good? So the Moonlight Knights have to figure it out carefully. Any carelessness and regret are not allowed. That's what I mean! The Moonlight Knight went to the appointed place before the time indicated on the piece of paper, and she discovered a wooden house in the pine forest. The Moonlight Knight saw a delinquent sitting in front of the house, and he was dozing off. She approached the wooden house and discovered that there was a person inside with a cloth sack covering his head and tied to a chair. The knight sneaked in and opened the cloth sack to discover that the person was Prince Liam, who was kidnapped in the neighboring country. Liam, are you Liam?
Help!
He is the real Liam. They kidnapped him. At this moment, a cage collapsed, trapping the two inside. It turned out that this place had set up a trap waiting for her to arrive. In an instant, a few rough guys appeared, including the handsome and elegant Sully.
Well, well, well. Let's see who we've just caught. This outfit, you must be the legendary Moonlight Knight, mustn't you?
Did you know I would come to this place?
I knew you would come here. No, not at all. This trap is set for any curious person who has accidentally picked up our transaction messages. I accidentally dropped something so important. How can I let go of those curious and brave people? Your appearance is indeed beyond my judgment. God sent me a wonderful gift.
Why did you catch Liam and bring him here?
Huh. Anyway, since you're about to be eliminated, I'll be pleased to reveal a bit of information to you. I didn't just kidnap Liam. I want to capture Princess Mona, too. Think about it. What will happen if Prince Liam is appearing here, then being eliminated in this country?
War? You want war?
Why not? Your two countries are at war, and we will stand to provide weapons and get benefits.
Deep within the ancient forest, where trees stood tall and mighty, and the animals had migrated to other lands, there existed a peculiar creature, a hybrid between a human and a snake. She was the snake goddess Medea. Her beauty enchanted anyone who gazed upon her, leaving them utterly mesmerized. To maintain her allure, Medea had to draw the souls of young men who fell into her trap.
I will willingly offer my art to you!
At that moment,
Medea would drain their souls entirely, making her look ever youthful and beautiful. Until one day, as Medea was seeking her prey.
Oh, stay away!
Medea noticed the young man being attacked by a venomous snake. This will surely be a tasty morsel. As she approached, the snake immediately slithered away.
Thank you for saving me. I'm Liam.
You are quite handsome. Where are you headed? Liam explained that he was exploring with his half-brother Ricky, who got separated suddenly. On Ricky's side, he had left Liam, exited the forest, and happily returned to the castle. It's getting late. You should come to my place. Tomorrow morning I'll guide you out of here. Liam had no other choice but to follow her. Upon reaching her cave, Medea quickly dismissed her attendants. Welcome in! Your dinner awaits.
I'm already full.
I have something to confess. I like you. Do you want to give your heart to me?
No.
Never before had anyone resisted Medea's seduction. Liam silently left and peacefully slept in a corner, ignoring Medea's anger. The next morning, when Medea woke up, she didn't find Liam anywhere, just a thank you note stating that he would find his own way out. Medea rushed outside and found Liam's footprints. She immediately followed them. She kept walking and walking until it was dark, and she saw a vast castle ahead. Here you are! You can't escape now, Liam! As Medea sneaked into the castle's gate, she was discovered by 2 guards. She quickly subdued them. While crawling through the corridors, Medea was spotted by Ricky.
Who's there? Stop!
Medea ran and reached a dead end, transforming back into a human. Ricky angrily drew his sword to attack Medea.
Stop! She's a friend, not a thief. Let's go.
First I saved you, now you saved me. A fair deal.
Why are you here?
The forest I lived in was threatened by evildoers, so I had to find a hiding place. And coincidentally, I found myself here. Little did I know it was your castle. Moved by Medea's circumstances, Liam agreed to let her stay and led her to an extremely tidy and neat room with beautiful clothes. Does nobody use this room?
This room belonged to a girl who is important to me, but she's no longer with us.
Liam's mystery intrigued Medea even more, fueling her determination to steal his heart. Every day, Medea followed Liam, attempting to seduce him, but Liam remained unaffected. One day, Medea followed Liam to a tomb, and her curiosity got the best of her. She saw Liam laying flowers on the grave and crying. It turned out that grave belongs to Liam's late wife, the one who had passed away. And the room Medea was staying in used to be where they read and played together. Medea suddenly felt her actions had lost their meaning. Is Liam's cold demeanor due to this reason?
I will play the melody you like.
As the flute played, Medea lost control of her body. It didn't obey her own commands, her human form twisting. Medea was terrified, for if this continued, she would fully transform into a snake. I'm sorry! From a distance, Ricky witnessed it all, laughed, and left. The next day, Ricky handed Medea an invitation to a music party that night, hoping she would attend. If I go, I will reveal my true form. I'm busy.
This might be the last time you see Liam.
Why is that?
Come and find out.
That night, Medea decided to go to the party, wearing the clothes of Liam's deceased wife, looking magnificent. As she entered the party, Liam was preparing to perform his act. The sound of the flute and the accompanying music captivated Medea, and she couldn't help but start dancing. Medea became afraid and tried to find an escape.
Close the doors!
Yes. Medea couldn't bear it any longer and transformed into a snake.
Destroy the monster! Everything you said was a lie, right?
Liam, please listen to me. At first, I didn't plan to take your soul, but after being by your side and getting to know you, your love for your late wife, I gave up that intention.
Stop your nonsense!
Medea had no choice but to fight back. Liam stood there, witnessing the chaos, remembering the time he spent with Medea, and suddenly, he came to his senses.
Stop! Liam, you're siding with her? From now on, the throne will be mine.
Seeing Ricky's actions infuriated Medea even more. She went madly towards Ricky. Liam, please wake up!
Medea, I'm sorry for being cold to you, because I love you. You brought a sense of familiarity and happiness that I had lost for so long. But because I didn't want to suffer when loving someone else, I had to act that way.
Medea poured her entire soul into Liam's mouth, and his body started to glow, his wounds healed. Liam was saved, but it also meant that Medea would no longer stay eternally beautiful.
I love you not for your appearance.
Medea burst into tears of joy. From then on, the snake goddess Medea and Prince Liam ruled the kingdom together and lived happily ever after.
Do you believe in guardian angels? They are the ones who will be by your side, caring for and protecting you throughout your life. Please subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to follow the story. Today was an important day for 3 apprentice angels named Riley, Nora, and Brooklyn.
Before you officially become guardian angels, you must care for Sasha, a recently departed soul. This is a very special soul, and her reincarnation process needs to go smoothly. Keep going.
The 3 angels couldn't understand why they needed all 3 of them to care for such a small soul. However, they were certain that the Archangel had a worthy reason for it.
What happened? Where am I? Stay calm. You are in heaven, and we will help you through the reincarnation process. Reincarnation? But...
In the evening before, Sasha was strolling when she got hit by a horse-drawn carriage running at a frightening speed. When she opened her eyes, she found herself in heaven. She couldn't accept that her life had ended so abruptly.
The scar on her face must be from that accident.
All 3 of them led Sasha to the Castle of Designation.
This is your music box. Every soul needs to embrace their destiny and the limited time they have on Earth. After passing away, Each soul is given a music box to reflect their life. Within 7 days, our responsibility is to help you compose that music by unfolding the story you narrate. If your music is beautiful, you will be reborn into a life of privilege. If it's ordinary, you will be an ordinary citizen. But if the music is discordant, you might become creatures of the lower realms. The Archangel will be the one to review your music. Is that so?
In the following days, despite the attentive care from the angels, Sasha remained silent and refused to speak. On the third day, Brooklyn had an idea. She created an illusion of Sasha's perfect life in the next incarnation.
Who knows, maybe you'll become a princess. Wouldn't that be nice?
The enthusiasm from the angels finally convinced Sasha to share her life story. She had a natural talent for music and pursued her passion, despite her mother's disapproval. At the age of 16, she shined when she performed for the king at the city's Grand Theatre. Later, her self-composed and performed music became famous everywhere, but Sasha regretted that she couldn't say goodbye to her mother before leaving this world.
This overwhelming sorrow has left me unable to share my own story.
Now I understand. I will compose a song for you.
Wait, something doesn't feel right. Look closely. These doves are the ones who lied during the creation of their music. Hence, they've been punished. If you lie, you might end up becoming one of these doves. I'm telling the truth!
To verify her words, the three angels determined to conjure an illusion of the most crucial moment in Sasha's life. The time when she sang for the king and was asked to recreate that event.
It's too crowded.
Overcoming stage fright and the fear of crowds, she couldn't muster the courage to raise her voice in song.
I can't do it. I just can't. I knew she was lying. Come on, we need to help Sasha complete the melody of her life with honesty.
On Sasha's side, she kept running and running, avoiding facing the truth about herself. She hid amidst a cluster of clouds, evading for 2 whole days. News of a runaway soul reached the ears of the Archangel.
Why did you let Sasha escape like that?
Sir, Sasha told a lie.
This is not good. Go quickly and find her. Otherwise, graduation is out of the question.
Mikey, a cherub who tends to doves, overheard their conversation. Looks like I'm getting a new dove soon. Off you go, find Sasha. By the 7th day, the flock of doves had located Sasha's hiding place. How long did you plan on running?
No, stay away!
Unintentionally, she stumbled upon a mirror of truth, forcing her to confront her most dreadful memories. Sasha's family were impoverished farmers. They discouraged her from including in lofty dreams, and instead urged her to find a stable job. Thus, they forbade her from singing. Nevertheless, Sasha rebelled against her mother's wishes and entered a music contest. There, she was terrified by the audience and the stern judges. Unable to sing, she discovered she suffered from stage fright. In a rush, Sasha tried to escape but tripped and gained a scar on her face. Afterward, Sasha's self-esteem plummeted. She retreated to a simple life, only daring to sing in the presence of close family. Throughout her life, her melody remained incomplete. Thanks to this mirror, I've learned the truth about you. From now on, you belong to my dove flock. Sasha lost all memories of her past life, blindly following Mikey. The trio of angels searched futilely for Sasha everywhere.
We might never graduate after all. Huh?
Then, when they saw Mikey with a new dove, the dove bore a scar on its face, just like Sasha.
Look, it seems Mikey has turned Sasha into that dove.
They temporarily used a control spell on Mikey and rescued Sasha just in time. However, Sasha now remembered nothing and couldn't speak anymore.
Our only choice is to take Sasha to the memory vault.
The memory vault contained every soul's recollections.
Gather around.
The three angels flew into an endless void. They diligently collected the shattered pieces of Sasha's memories and pieced them together into a complete painting. However, 3 radiant fragments flew automatically into the hands of Riley, Brooklyn, and Nora. It was as if these memories were meant for them alone, and they were plunged into past illusions. In a moment when Sasha was rejected at the singing contest, she visited a park and sang alone. Unbeknownst to Sasha, her soothing melody had consoled a crippled girl on her final day. Following a quarrel with her mother about her lack of talent, Sasha stumbled upon an abandoned cat and adopted it. She cared for the cat daily and sang to it. The cat fell ill and passed away, causing Sasha immense grief. Sasha had once helped a troubled child from an unhappy family. She would visit the child daily, singing to bring joy. But the child disappeared unexpectedly. Since then, Sasha shied away from making friends and lived in self-doubt.
So, we're the people Sasha helped in the past.
After all 3 passed away in their previous lives, they became angels due to their pure and virtuous souls. Yet, they had forgotten Sasha, who had comforted them with her singing in their final moments. This was the true reason why the Archangel wanted them to care for Sasha. Sasha regained her memories and returned to her former self.
I'm truly sorry, everyone. I've always been burdened by the meaningless life I've led, which made me unable to face the truth. But your voice carried us through those dark days.
You have a gift. Just believe in yourself.
Finally, they succeeded in composing the perfect melody based on Sasha's life.
I'm ready now. Please listen.
However, the music abruptly stopped midway.
The reason this song can't continue is that Sasha is still alive. This was my plan to help you regain your confidence. Also, for the trio of angels to recognize their benefactor. From now on, you're officially guardians, protecting Sasha and humanity.
Sasha had the chance to live once more. One life was enough for her to live passionately with her dreams. In the end, she completed her magnificent melody. She knew that as long as she did good, there would always be guardian angels by her side, watching over her.
Upon a time.
Ah! No! No! What is it? Oh my! It's taking me away! It's okay. It can't see me. What kind of place is this? Where are you going, weirdo?
Subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel.
Leave me alone! Sandy! Mom, It's Mom! Are you really here?
No, your mother is no longer here. Look there.
Huh? No! It can't be! Mom!
This is Sandy, a girl haunted by nightmares every night.
Sandy, why haven't you woken up yet? Do you know that?
I know!
Sandy's nightmares originate from real life. Her mother passed away a long time ago, and our little girl couldn't reconcile with her father. Sandy's life at school wasn't any better. She was often teased by her friends. Gradually, Sandy became isolated, self-conscious, and doubtful of herself.
Where did you put your eyes and nose, you weirdo?
Sandy's life became burdened, both in reality and in her nightmares, and it seemed like it would continue forever if it weren't for that fateful day. A royal messenger came to Sandy's school to announce a royal dance competition. Having a natural talent for dancing, this was an opportunity for Sandy to break free from her insecurities. Unfortunately, Sandy was too timid to seize the opportunity.
Well, look at what our weirdo's planning to do, everyone!
The girl allowed herself to be consumed by embarrassment and doubt, taking over her mind. That night, as usual, Sandy was bound to encounter a nightmare, but not this time.
Wake up, little girl, wake up!
Sandy had a strange dream she had never experienced before.
Where am I? And who are you? This is the dream world, and I am Baku, the dream eater. I have devoured all of your nightmares. Reality influences dreams, and people create their own dreams. That's why you often have nightmares. So I want to give you a gift.
The artifact that Sandy held was the Sandbag of Dreams. It granted people the ability to modify dreams according to their desires, with the only limitation being their imagination. Now, Sandy could create beautiful things in her dreams, in stark contrast to her daytime life filled with sadness.
Just throw a handful of sand, think about what you want, and all the worries will vanish.
She longed to stand on a stage, but her shyness held her back in the real world. However, in the dream world, Sandy transformed it exactly as she desired. She became a beautiful princess in the kingdom of swans, and she had to perform in the dance competition before the whole kingdom. In the audience, Sandy recognized familiar faces. Unlike in real life, they cheered enthusiastically for Sandy, giving her the confidence she had never felt during the day. As if fueled by newfound strength, Sandy performed graceful dance moves that had been hidden due to the shyness and self-doubt. It had been a long time since Sandy felt such happiness. She easily captivated everyone with her innate talent.
Wake up, Sandy! It's morning!
However, this was just a dream, and Sandy couldn't immerse herself in it forever.
It's the sandbag! The Baku was real!
Sandy couldn't help but be excited about tonight's dream. But her excitement was quickly overshadowed by fatigue from the moment she woke up. And Sandy felt even worse when...
What are you going to perform? A bookworm's dance?
Insecure from being teased by her friends, Sandy yearned for happiness in her fantasies. That night, she once again used the gift given by Baku.
Don't worry, tiredness is just a side effect. It will disappear quickly. But it always ends up the same. No matter how I dream, my friends in the real world are still the same.
But Sandy didn't know that Baku could pull others into her dreams. Sandy transformed herself into a warrior princess in the underwater kingdom. Her friends became loyal generals under her command, obeying her orders and no longer mocking her like in the real world. When the underwater kingdom was attacked, Sandy courageously
courageously led them to fight against the evil pirates.
Yeah.
Instead of being timid in reality, in the dream world, Sandy fought bravely and defeated the pirates, saving the other fishes in her friends' admiration. Receiving cheers for her heroic deeds, Sandy could freely converse with her friends without being teased. But of course, every dream had to come to an end. Sandy felt even more exhausted than the previous day, as if loneliness and despair engulfed her. There was something very strange. Sandy's friends no longer teased her, but because of the dream, they were afraid and reluctant to interact with her. Lost in thought, Sandy slowly made her way home, determined not to use the sandbag anymore. But
why are you coming home at this hour?
I'm tired. Sorry, Dad.
No excuses. Do you know that?
Why do you have to be like this, Dad? Why can't you just leave me alone? Mom never did that. You don't understand anything.
That night, once again, Sandy used the sandbag to forget the real-world pain. She became a beautiful princess in the Rainbow Kingdom. Sandy lived a prosperous life, surrounded by loyal subjects. She had everything she wanted and lacked nothing in this dream. But most importantly, in this dream, Sandy had a warm family. She had asked Baku to bring her father into the dream. And she even used the sandbag to create the presence of her deceased mother.
It's been so long since I had such a good meal. You're happy, aren't you, little girl?
Baku seemed to grow bigger and more peculiar. But Sandy didn't care about Baku's transformations because she was immersed in the happiness of the dream.
Sandy, my dear, what is this?
Father and daughter's love pulled Sandy's father out of Baku's control.
It has been told for a long time. I've heard it. That monster, it will devour dreams and even hope and happiness.
It gave me happiness, something you couldn't do. You control even my dreams. I don't want to see you anymore.
The sandbag and the monster, they heard Sandy's wish. The next day, Sandy woke up, not only tired, but also desperate and in pain. She went to school without noticing her father's absence.
Why is our house so dark now?
It turned out her father had been asleep since the previous night. And no matter how Sandy called, he remained in a deep slumber, as if forever lost. Sandy suddenly remembered Baku's strange behavior, and her words in the dream the day before. Perhaps this was the reason. Despite being exhausted, Sandy decided to use the sandbag to enter the dream one last time. One final time. She quickly found her father in the dream, and someone very familiar.
Why are you so strict? Sandy is just a child.
I have to be. I want her to toughen up. I love that little girl. I can't lose her, like you.
Dad!
Here you are, Sandy.
Sandy couldn't believe it. Her mother was actually the monster Baku. It lured Sandy into creating beautiful dreams, only to devour her hopes and happiness that she invested in those false dreams.
You're drowning in fake happiness. You didn't notice my changes. You have to pay.
Now that it had enough power, Baku would devour the souls of both Sandy and her father. Sandy instinctively used the sandbag to fight against Baku. But of course, nothing happened. Without the sandbag, Sandy was nothing.
Let him go!
Inspiration filled Sandy's eyes as she watched her father grow weaker and weaker.
Sandy, I'm sorry.
Helplessness, despair, and love overwhelmed Sandy. Now, Sandy had no wish other than to save her father.
Let him go!
a surge of power from an unknown source helped Sandy rescue her father in an instant.
Reality influences dreams. People create their own dreams.
That's right. This is my dream, where I can do anything, where I can create my own dreams.
Sandy's willpower became extraordinarily strong. She transformed into a graceful swan princess, performing enchanting ballet moves to push back the monster. Hope and self-confidence surged within Sandy. She continued to transform into a mermaid and harnessed the power of the sea. Sandy's tsunami swept Baku away, pushing it back to where it belonged. And she transformed into a rainbow princess, delivering the final blow to Baku.
Take that!
Sandy, my dear!
Sandy's father recovered after she defeated Baku. At this very moment, the true owner of the Sandbag of Dreams appeared. She was the goddess of dreams. Baku was a creation that got out of hand, stealing the Sandbag of Dreams to display its power and mischief.
Actually, didn't the little girl defeat the monster herself?
Sandy's father and daughter left the dream without knowing that Sandy's mother was, in fact, Baku. It was the goddess who transformed into Baku to help Sandy have confidence in herself. After the dream, Sandy's father understood his daughter better. Sandy also understood that instead of escaping into illusions, she had to face difficulties with courage.
That's my friend! I study with her! She's amazing!
And Sandy, she vowed to me that when she stood on the stage, she caught a glimpse of someone who resembled her late mother, smiling kindly at her. In this world, what could be more wonderful than enjoying your favorite food and being with the one you love? And Princess Millie was no exception. She was born into a royal family. Because of that, she can indulge in all the delicious and exotic things in the world. Millie ate anytime, anywhere, even in her dreams. Gradually, Millie's slender figure was replaced by a plump one. However, she was always praised for her exceptional intelligence. In contrast to Millie, her twin sister Rosie was incredibly beautiful, with a slim figure. Just like her name Rosie, she had shiny hair that exuded the fragrance of roses, and was truly enchanting. But not everyone is blessed with everything, and Rosie wasn't as talented as her sister Millie. As days went by, the difference between the two sisters became more apparent. Not only that, Millie was also very strong.
Have I gained weight again for no reason?
She looked at herself in the mirror, feeling even more insecure about her chubby body. When she went outside, Millie felt uncomfortable seeing people staring at her.
Surely those people are secretly laughing at me.
Gradually, Millie distanced herself from others, locking herself at home and avoiding any interaction. Millie's mother worried about her, so she cooked special meals for her.
Why do you always make me eat something different from the rest of the family? I don't like it. Tomorrow there's a royal ball happening, and I really want to go. Can you come with me, sis? No, never. I don't want to be a laughingstock.
The next day, a knock at the door woke Millie up.
Millie, tonight is the night of the ball. Please, come with me. You're too bothersome. Don't waste your efforts anymore. Help me, Millie. You also know that Rosie is too naive and trusting. I can't let her go alone. She worries me. Fine, but just this once.
The two princesses started preparing for their journey. Rosie packed many beautiful dresses to take along, while Millie only had one fitting dress. Millie and Rosie bid farewell to their mother and set off towards the palace. After a while, the carriage stopped in a small village.
I'm so hungry. We need to find something to eat.
Sadly, the village was desolate due to a drought.
Sister Millie, let's think of a way to help them.
Thanks to Millie's intelligence, she quickly found an underground water source.
Ah, I found it!
Thank heavens!
Truly a genius! We have water now! We have water! I can be useful too.
The two princesses continued to help the villagers rebuild their devastated village. Millie diligently watered the colourful flowers and helped the people push carts and rebuild their houses. Meanwhile, Rosie used her magical hair to bring new life to everything around. The villagers were immensely grateful to the two princesses, and they gave Millie and Rosie delicious food and invited them to stay. But Millie and Rosie declined because they had to hurry to the ball on time.
Those people are truly wonderful. They're not hateful like the people in our hometown.
Finally, they arrived at the palace, looking at the bustling crowd. Rosie's heart was filled with excitement, while Millie felt indifferent, munching on her food. Rosie hurriedly pulled Millie into the dressing room inside the palace. Rosie eagerly took out the most beautiful dresses. She looked magnificent in every outfit, like a true flower. Millie took out her only dress. It turned out Millie had eaten too much of the food the villagers gave her, which made her body gain more weight.
I'm done! Rosie, you should go to the ball alone. No, I'm afraid without you. You have to come with me.
Millie felt powerless and reluctantly picked up the dress to try it on again.
Let me help you.
Rosie struggled to help Millie put on the dress, but it was challenging. After a while of struggling, the final button was finally fastened. Millie looked at her round figure from top to bottom. Every movement had to be careful, making her more uncomfortable. The night gradually fell, and the palace lit up. Millie and Rosie entered, and all eyes were on the two princesses.
I bet everyone is laughing at my body.
But contrary to Millie's thoughts, everyone made way for her.
This is the acceptance I was looking for.
Greetings, handsome princes and beautiful princesses! In just a few minutes, the ball will officially begin. Prince Lucas will only dance with one person. And that person is the one who overcomes the prince's challenges.
Come on, Millie, do your best. Play along, I'm not in the mood. Please, for your little sister.
Finally, Millie took the lead in asking the questions and facing the challenges. Everyone couldn't deny Millie's intelligence and quick wit. The doors of the room opened, and Prince Lucas appeared. Millie seemed indifferent, but when she saw the prince, she couldn't help but feel a flutter in her heart. May I have the pleasure of dancing with you?
I thought the prince would only dance with beautiful girls, the noble ones. Why would he choose someone plump and unattractive like me?
Lucas began leading her in the first steps. The tight dress made it even more difficult for Millie to move. Until now, my father, the king, always arranged meetings with beautiful girls. But deep down, they had narrow-minded thinking and were selfish. I just want to find someone with beauty and intellect, no matter how they look on the outside. While they were immersed in the music, they suddenly heard a loud rip. Millie looked down and her dress had a big tear. She didn't know where to hide, so she searched for Rosie's help. But Millie saw Rosie being taken away by a group of strangers. They were Viper and Thorn, two villains who had been secretly following Millie and Rosie while they were helping the villagers and had witnessed Rosie's magical hair. Taking advantage of Rosie's naivety, they wanted to kidnap her and use her to earn money.
Stop! It's all because I didn't take good care of Rosie.
Fury fueled Millie's determination, and she ran alongside the horse-drawn carriage. The carriage overturned, and the horses went into a frenzy.
Rosie, run!
Viper and Thorn immediately chased after the two princesses. Millie ran to a large lake, but there was no way to cross. Millie looked at her plump figure and had a brilliant idea. Millie signaled for Rosie to climb onto her back. Millie acted as a buoy and swam Rosie to the other side.
Thank you, sis, for always helping and protecting me.
Millie realized that Rosie had always loved her, even when she despised everyone. Her frustration had spread to her sister as well. Both of them ran towards the edge of a cliff, with no other way out. With no other choice, Millie had to fight against Viper and Thorn barehanded. Suddenly, Millie heard Rosie scream. Millie was severely injured, and she was exhausted.
Farewell.
Why would you do this?
Because I love you. Millie woke up startled. It was all just a dream.
Rosie, thank you for being safe.
These are all healthy dishes, delicious and won't make you gain weight. You can eat them to your heart's content.
It turned out that Millie had misunderstood her family all along, which had made her become resentful and unpleasant. No one despised or mocked Millie.
Truly a beautiful and kind-hearted girl.
Everyone passing by waved and greeted Millie warmly. Millie felt like the barriers between her and the others had been broken. Millie always chose healthy food, exercised diligently to avoid uncontrolled weight gain as before. Embrace everything with a positive attitude. That's how life...
How was your day, my princess?
Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Athena.
Have you subscribed to the WOA Fairy Tales channel yet?
What?
Athena was a kind and beautiful student at the Royal School of Magic, but she was extremely insecure. She always thought of herself as weak and incompetent. Athena lived in seclusion, with few friends, poor academic results, and she never dared to step out of her safe zone. Being lonely, she often wandered alone in deserted places. One day, while exploring, Athena discovered two deer trapped in the wicked wizard's trap. Her kind heart couldn't ignore the situation.
What? How could it be so easy?
The trapped deer turned out to be a goddess. Athena had unknowingly rescued her and became her loyal servant. To show her gratitude, the goddess decided to give Athena
Ella's, my demonic servant's name. But how? So be it. I'm leaving now. Wait a moment!
From that moment, Athena's life changed forever. She didn't want to be in this situation. Who wouldn't be afraid with a mischievous demon following them? Athena was too scared to talk about it or introduce Alice to anyone else. But gradually, Athena realized that the demon wasn't a bad person. Whenever she encountered trouble, Alice always came to her rescue without waiting for orders. The demonic servant tried his best to help Athena improve her magical abilities.
Huh? What are you doing?
It was easy to understand that little by little, Athena developed feelings for her servant. But no matter how she expressed her feelings, the detestable servant always rejected her.
Why don't you understand, you fool?
You humans won't live long. Alice had once loved Minerva, a human girl.
Huh?
When Minerva left, he was so heartbroken that he began to resent humans for their weaknesses. Athena couldn't make the demon's heart change. Unless something unexpected happened on that day. Lucifer, the former master of Alice, wanted to destroy Athena so that Alice could return to serving him. Of course, Alice couldn't accept that. He successfully defeated Lucifer, but was severely injured and struggled to recover. Athena's crying deeply moved even the goddess.
There is only one remedy for Alice, but it has been lost for a long time.
To help Alice, the goddess granted Athena the power to travel back in time to find this remedy.
I have changed your appearance. It's forbidden to reveal your identity to avoid disrupting the timeline. Find the temple of Lucifer.
And so, Athena traveled back in time and began her journey to save the one she loved. After many days of searching, Athena finally arrived at the temple the goddess had mentioned. There, she easily found a container that she thought was the remedy. But our heroine was mistaken. It wasn't a medicine inside the container, but... Thank you, young girl. I am Alice, the demonic servant. I'm cursed to serve another forever. Lucifer, the current master imprisoned me in this jar for refusing to commit evil deeds for him. Lucifer's magic is weakening. You set me free. Now, you're the master. What's your name? Unable to reveal her true identity, Athena blurted out the first name that came to her mind.
Minerva? It's Minerva.
Once again, Athena, under the name of Minerva, became the master of the demon. Due to Alice's weakness, Athena postponed her journey to take care of him. It goes without saying that Athena was extremely happy to be with her beloved. However, she had to maintain a cold demeanor to avoid altering the past. But sometimes, fate cannot be avoided. This man from the past was even more wonderful than the cold-hearted one in the future. Who could resist the handsome demon? Day after day, their love grew deeper, but Athena still kept her true identity hidden.
You're all healed now, and it's time for me to leave to go far away.
But why? Minerva? Why won't you tell me the reason?
I will return to you one day. I promise.
Knowing that she couldn't be stopped, the demon reluctantly let her go. But he was determined to help Athena one last time on their journey to find the cure. Lucifer has many temples. He keeps the remedy you seek here. Be careful. Lucifer may have set traps or monsters inside.
There's the bottle! There's the bottle!
Of course, achieving their goal wouldn't be so easy. Lucifer had stationed a wicked sorceress to guard the temple.
Give it back!
The servant master pair tried to escape, but Alice understood it was impossible. You go ahead. I'll buy you some time.
But...
Go now! The sorceress seemed familiar to Athena, but she didn't pay attention. She had to quickly travel back to the future. However, Athena couldn't bear to leave her loved one behind. Unfortunately, a young girl like Athena was no match for the wicked sorceress, a henchwoman of the demon lord Lucifer. Sadly, our poor girl suffered a fatal blow and couldn't survive. With her last bit of strength, she desperately tried to send the medicine back to the future. Luckily, just before Athena faced danger, Alice woke up and defeated the sorceress. Athena couldn't believe that the sorceress was someone she knew. She was the same goddess from the past, who had her mind manipulated by Lucifer to become his servant.
I'm sorry. It's too late.
No, Minerva, don't leave me.
Minerva? That's it! Goddess, I give you Ellis. Please, find Athena. Please, find Athena.
As you might have guessed, Minerva wasn't a stranger.
So I was gone?
Athena hadn't left. Somehow, she had returned to the present time where Alice hadn't woken up yet. Without thinking, Athena hurriedly gave Alice the medicine that they had obtained after a painstaking effort from hundreds of years ago. The medicine not only healed Lucifer's magic, but also turned Alice into a human.
Minerva?
Now Athena realized that she was still trapped in Minerva's identity.
I was right.
From the very first time she saw Athena, the goddess knew she was Minerva. She had Alice pretended to be the deer to have an excuse to meet Athena. The goddess deliberately transformed Athena into Minerva.
I also cast a protection spell to send you back here when you were hit by my attack. I have repaid my debt to you. It's time for me to leave. Farewell.
So, Athena, it's you. I've loved you all this time, haven't I?
No, I loved you first.
And finally, Ellis had a happy life with the person he had loved for hundreds of years. At the end of every October, the people of Mexico celebrate the Day of the Dead. The bridge between two worlds would be opened on this occasion, allowing the departed souls to reunite with their loved ones. In the previous Day of the Dead, Luciana met with a mishap while attending the festivities with her parents, Mr. Sanchez and Mrs. Ophelia. When she woke up, Luciana couldn't find her parents anywhere. To her horror, she realized that she had passed away and was transferred to the realm of the dead. The world of the dead was a reflection of the living world. Luciana returned home and found only her deceased grandparents. Her parents were not there.
How can I return to the living world? I have something to tell my parents.
The bridge is closed. You must wait until next year's festival. But Luciana, please don't go back to the living world.
Luciana couldn't bear to listen to her grandparents' words. A year flew by, and the Day of the Dead came again. Young souls like Luciana had to depart before the older ones. Despite the obstacles, Luciana was determined to return to the living world.
I can no longer stop you. Don't do anything that you will regret.
I understand.
Following the bustling crowd of spirits, Luciana arrived at the boundary between the two worlds.
Hey, stop right there, young lady.
Those with ill intentions toward their loved ones are not allowed on the bridge, and the death goddess sensed something in Luciana.
Oh, I mean no harm. I just want to meet my parents. Please believe me.
The death goddess wanted to test Luciana's heart.
Bring me 3 items that evoke memories between you and your parents. Then I will believe in your sincerity. You must be quick, as the bridge will close soon.
Luciana remembered a place closely associated with her mother Ophelia. It was her grandmother's restaurant. Luciana reunited with a deceased chef who reminded her of Ophelia's famous tacos. But no one knew Ophelia's recipe except Luciana. She tried to recall the times her mother took her to the restaurant. Gradually, Luciana remembered how to make the famous dish. And she remembered the times when her parents argued over Ophelia devoting too much time to the restaurant. Finally, Luciana succeeded in making her mother's famous tacos. So, she had the first item. To meet the deadline of the Death Goddess, she hurried to the next place, the bullfighting arena. Mr. Sanchez, Luciana's father, was a skilled bullfighter. Luciana easily found her father's bullfighting cloth there. When alive, she used to come here often to watch her father perform. Mr. Sanchez always mesmerized the audience with his talent. And like Ophelia, he became too immersed in his work, gradually forgetting his family. Luciana just wanted to leave this place quickly, but little did she know. Entering the arena was easy, but leaving was not simple at all. She had to defeat the bull to take the cloth. At that moment, memories of her with her father rushed back. Deep in her heart, Luciana always admired her brave father. She recalled those graceful movements and successfully reenacted his legendary victory. There was still one last item, and Luciana had to hurry as time was running out. She had to return to her home because her grandfather held this item. Luciana needed her grandfather's guitar. When they were happy, the whole Luciana family used to sing along with the guitar. But since her parents started quarreling, everything changed. Luciana recounted everything and begged to take the guitar. Although her grandparents were hesitant, seeing the other 2 items made them feel that Luciana had changed.
Here it is. Don't do anything that will make us regret.
Grandfather, I know. I understand.
Luciana, with all her strength, ran to the bridge between the realms of the living and the dead. She arrived just in time and completed the challenge of the Reaper.
You can pass, but don't do anything that will make you regret.
The words were just like those of Luciana's grandparents. If she wasn't mistaken, her parents would be gathered around her grave, which she had never seen before. And that was indeed the case.
Mom! Dad!
The Death Goddess was not wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my child.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
There was something deeply unsettling in Luciana. The Luciana family was never happy. Her parents' quarrels happened continuously. During the previous festival, they had quarreled while driving a carriage. And it was their carelessness that caused the accident long ago. Luciana wanted to return to the living world to resent her parents. That was the evil intent that the Death Goddess mentioned. However, through the Death Goddess's challenge, the happy memories soothed Luciana's hatred. What Luciana needed to do was not to blame.
I forgive both of you.
Luciana freed her parents from their burden, and she freed herself from the pain of hatred. When she ascended to the living world,